Hello and welcome to Wednesday here at Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. Thank you for joining us. Wherever you're watching us from, I wish you a good afternoon or a good morning, depending on what time zone you're in. And let me just tell you, you have arrived at an unbelievably brilliant time because it is launch day. Hugely exciting, where we bring you something brand new, something that you've not seen before, and we give you the opportunity to get your hands on it, be one of the very first to grab it. And I tell you what, you are going to absolutely love this collection. It's the Nature's Garden Peacock collection. It is unbelievable. The deal that you get is phenomenal. The artwork that you get right across the board is completely off the chart. If you manage to get your hands on this, you will be as proud as the proverbial peacock, because it is just stunning. And I tell you what, a collection like this needs somebody very special to guide you through it and demonstrate with it, and somebody who is dressed for the occasion, and no word of a lie, and she'll tell you in her own words, the lovely Debbie Robinson. The top that she's wearing, which is a peacock top, is completely coincidental, apparently, Debbie.
It truly was. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I've got my peacock top on. I can't believe it. And that was just really coincidental. It was the first thing I grabbed out my suitcase this morning, flying up here from Peterborough, and I can't believe
You flew up as well?
Well, not quite flown.
Wow.
Not quite flown, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I hot-footed it up there. Not really, it was in my car, but there we go. Let me just say, it was purely coincidental. But can I just say, Ben, I did not want to miss this show, and I actually begged them, please, can I do the launch here as well? Bit greedy, because I did the launch down at Crate and Craft yesterday.
Oh, did you?
I've left it to Craig now. It's in Craig's capable hands. But you've got me today, because I absolutely insisted on being part of this show, because this is the most fabulous collection, and we've got some gorgeous things coming up. I'm going to show you a few things that we're going to be making today. We've got gorgeous use of the embossing folders with that beautiful peacock. Look how fantastic he looks. We're going to do a lovely little diorama card as well. So we've got a beautiful diorama card. I've got this planned for you, and I'm going to talk you through each stage. And do you know what I thought I'd make? Thought I'd make a little light up box.
Oh, yes.
They're becoming one of my firm favourites, and I thought I'd make myself a little light up box, and I literally thought I'd save that for the launch here today at Crafters TV. So stay tuned. I've got much more planned as well, loads more planned, and I can't wait, Ben. This collection is just the most exquisite.
It is amazing. Loads of you already in watching. Deborah from Texas, Sarah from Australia, Gwen from California, Mary from upstate New York, Sherry from Charlotte, NC, and Karen from Tennessee. Great to have you all with us. Make sure you get in touch with us throughout the show. Anything you want to know, anything you want to ask, you can get in touch via the usual channels on Facebook and of course on YouTube as well. And also you can get in touch, send in your pictures too at studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. We're going to be talking peacocks through the course of this show. I've been doing my research on them, so not only are we going to be demonstrating, but we're going to be educating as well. And seeing as we're talking peacocks, I want to see pictures of your feathered friends over the course of the show as well, please. Birds in craft rooms. We've done cats in craft rooms, so birds. If anyone's got a pet peacock as well, can you keep them as pets? I suppose if you're on a farm, you might have a peacock, mightn't you? If you've got your pictures of you might just have a budgerigar or a canary or something, that's fine. But anyone who's got a pet peacock, that would be amazing. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk is the email address. This deal though is phenomenal. It is 50 elements you're going to get with this collection, but it's everything that you need, from stamps through to embossing folders, through to your dies as well. And let me just tell you, the paper pad that you get with this is absolutely phenomenal. You're going to get some beautiful paper in there, and also you're going to get your vellum, which is just stunning. Wait till we have a look at that in just a little bit. But as I say, stamps galore, covering all sorts of occasions. You've got stamp and die sets included in there as well. You've got metal dies with all of the beautiful feathers, and you've got corner dies. You've got the proud peacock die, which is absolutely amazing. You've got a flourishing frame die. Debbie's going to show you all of these in more detail in just a second. And then the embossing folders that you've got. are phenomenal. There's one in here particularly which you will absolutely love. The 3D embossing folder with the Regal Peacock is simply off the chart. And look at the paper pad as well. This is amazing. I mean, whoever flicked through this on the video is obviously a pro and has done it many times before, because that is professional flicking right there. But the got it on the 4th take. Shut up, Daniel. But the point here is, it is just majestic. It's uber gorgeous, and you've got to grab it for £82 or $105. Look at the savings that you're making today as well. What I will tell you is that 1/3 of the stock has already gone. I know what happens. You're savvy shoppers. You get ahead. You know when these launch days happen, and you get in to kind of beat the rush. So get in nice and quickly, and don't miss out on it. What I will say is you obviously get the collection with everything that you need. You get the dies, the embossing folders, the stamps. You even get a little glue pen in there too. But you're going to want more of the paper pad. This is going to be your consumable. This is what you're going to be going through. And I tell you what, flying out, literally, well, not literally flying out, but you see what I did there. How many of these paper pads are you going to, because we were talking about these paper pads, saying they're going to go, and we were saying, like, you know, people are going to grab 1, 2, 3, 4. Who's bought the most of these? That's what we also want to know on the socials, please. How many of these paper pads have you already bought, or are you planning to buy? Because if I just give you another quick flick through this, it took me 4 flicks to do that video a little bit earlier on, so hopefully I can do it a little bit better. Now we're live. So in the back here, here is your beautiful vellum. See, it's hard to flick through that.
The vellum's quite hard because it's a great quality vellum, but it's not the easiest to flick, Ben.
It isn't. Thank you, Debbie, for just letting everybody know how difficult it is to do this job that I'm currently doing. But take a look at all of the foiling on there. Take a look at all of the beautiful designs, and then look at that foiled script on there. It is absolutely gorgeous. More in there. Look at the peacock. Look at the feathers.
I adore that one. That's gorgeous.
Oh.
My favourite's coming up in a minute, though, Ben. My favourite's coming up in a minute.
Hang on, you tell me when to stop. Of course, you've got double-sided papers in here as well. Tell me when to stop. That one?
No.
That's gorgeous, but it's not.
They're all gorgeous.
Okay.
They're all gorgeous.
This one.
Gorgeous. Nope.
No,
but they're all gorgeous.
But look at the foiling on there.
Look at that foiling, though, Ben. Look how gorgeous that foiling is. The colour tones in this pad just scream peacocks to you.
This one.
They are absolutely stunning. No, not that one, but absolutely gorgeous again.
Okay, this one.
Absolutely gorgeous. Yay! I adore that. That is rich, opulent colours, and I can see the peacock feathers in there at an instant, but it's that beautiful foiling, and that colour palette is exquisite, Ben. Can I just mention, though, limited print run? These are a limited print run, so I am going to tell you that because I don't want people thinking that you could come back in 2 months and get this pad, because I can assure you it will not be around in a couple of months' time. It is a limited print run, so if you love this paper pad, I mean, look at that one, Ben.
Gorgeous,
how gorgeous is that?
Snip
you could
into
use
that.
Snip into it, scrapbook these, use your picture frames as well, so put a picture frame. We've got a gorgeous frame in the collection that's going to work beautifully with it. Sorry, Ben, you hadn't quite finished flicking, had you?
No, it's fine, but I've got to do a bit of a serious bit here, and you know me, I don't get serious very often, but I've been told just to be serious for a second here. We had a huge amount of stock of this, which loads of you bought initially, and then we added more stock, kind of the rest of the stock that we had, but bearer of bad news, 50% of the stock has already gone, and it was a big stock. So listen, take note from Debbie, get this now whilst you can. $19.99 or $24.95. Remember, you get one within the set, but you're going to want more. You might want 2 more. You know, you might want one to kind of use, one to just look at and admire, one to, if you're a paper sniffer as well. I know, no, you laugh, but people do, because you can sniff the quality, can't you? Get 3, get 4, get as many as you think you'll need, but get them quick because they will go. Right, that's your pad, but let's have a look at all of the other goodies that you get within the bundle. Debbie's got the boards over there, and she's starting off with this majestic peacock. Take a look at this.
Absolutely, this is what it's all about, the proud peacock, and this is a beautiful die, Ben. It's a gorgeous outline die that cuts out that fantastic shape, but it's got this beautiful embossed detail inside, so it doesn't actually cut out anything, it embosses the detail, and you can see just how beautiful that really does embossed. You can run your inks over your embossing feature. You can colour in. You can paper piece over the top. There's a lot of things that you can do with that die, and it is the most proudest peacock. It's absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely gorgeous. Now, we're going to need some help with this, Ben.
Oh, yeah?
I had a little problem with saying this word yesterday because to me it's plumage.
Plumage.
Right? Plumage. I'm supposed to pronounce the...
What do you call it?
I got upset every time yesterday I was saying plumage.
That's what you got under your sink.
Nobody corrected me.
That's what you got under your sink, your plumage, isn't it?
Well, you see, to me, I'm just saying it as it is, in a phonetical sort of way.
Yeah.
But it's plumage.
Plumage.
But what is it? It's those gorgeous feathers.
Yes.
Now, do you know when I talk about these feathers, I adore these. I think these are going to work beautifully with this collection, but they're all going to be standalone embellishments as well. But I love these. These remind me of a time in my childhood when my mum used to have these beautiful full-sized feathers in vases that we had on our fireplace, and I loved them. I fell in love with them. We used to have them pictures and things like that. This is what these remind me of, but these are absolutely stunning. You get 4 big dies. These aren't little dies, these are big dies, to create that beautiful embellishment and to really create your, it finishes that peacock feel off, that real feel of a peacock collection absolutely perfectly. Plumage. Thank you. I'm going to remember that. one. It's going to happen to me. But then feathered corner die. This is an exquisite die. You can see the beautiful feather features in there. So on this die cut here, you can see all that feathered feature, but I can see snippability into this. I can see cutting this out 3 or 4 times to create a beautiful feature on your card, to frame your card. This is a big die as well, Ben, and real big die, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's, again, that gorgeous extra finishing touch to the whole collection, how everything all works together. Then we have a set of stamps. Now, this is one of my favourite stamp sets we've done in a long time. This is the Pretty Plumage stamp. There we go. And honestly, Ben, look at the detail that we have. We've got that gorgeous corner feature. Again, stamping it up and colouring this in or using your inks. You can take your beautiful peacock, colour them in with your alcohol pens. It's absolutely beautiful. Extra embellishments with the feathers and then some sentiments on there as well. So that's a gorgeous set in itself. We also have a set of sentiment stamps too. So sentiment stamps, different kind of fonts on there. You can see that beautiful script in there, and again, really lovely ones. And Ben, you can customize these. So Ben, you are incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Johnny. You ready? Ready?
Get
back on there. Get back on. Right. You are beautiful. You're beautiful, Johnny. And then there's our lovely Dan. I can't miss Dan out there as well. I've got to put Dan in there. So Dan, let me think. You are... Oh, wait a minute. You make me so proud. Because you're amazing. Because you're absolutely amazing. But honestly, these are a real set of stamps that you're going to be able to use in other collections that you have as well. Bit of chuckling going off in me there. But then we've got the Proudest Peacock stamp and die set. Now, this is where you can build up your peacock. I mean, look at him. He looks a bit bare. He
does look a bit bare, doesn't he?
He looks a bit bare, but you've got all the stamps, and when you colour them in and you can cut them out because they've got a set of matching dies, you're going to be able to build him up. Now, I just wanted to find me little build-up ones just so I can show you what I mean by this, because I'm going to show you some samples as we go along. But look at this incredible peacock when all his feathers are out. Absolutely stunning, and that's created from this beautiful set here. So again, another fabulous set, Ben. Absolutely fabulous. But we're not done. We've got more.
Have we?
We have more. We have indeed. Now this one of our favourite elements of this set is this beautiful flourishing frame die. Now it comes in 2 pieces, and I'm going to be showing you how to use this, but you've got the ability to cut directly into cardstock, which is how I've made my light box, what we're going to be talking about in a bit, so stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to make that. But you've got this beautiful frame feature as well, because it's got an outside cutting die to be able to cut out beautiful panels. So that gorgeous paper pad with those peacocks, Ben, you could frame him. You could frame him in your picture, and I just think this is absolutely beautiful. And this is a die, again, that is going to last you a long time, and you can take it into other sorts of crafting too.
Absolutely.
They're not done. Got a couple of embossing folders as well. So this is the beautiful plumage.
Plumage
panel, 6x6. Standard embossing folder. I say standard. I always say standard. I don't know why I say standard.
Nothing standard about that.
Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Get your gilding wax over, get your inks over there. You can create a real beautiful background. Absolutely fabulous. But we're not done. Because we've got the gorgeous 3D, absolutely beautiful regal peacock. And he is stunning. We've done him in the black with the gilding wax to show you just how fabulous he looks and how proud he is there. I just think these are absolutely amazing, and there's so much you can do with this collection. And then also you've got that amazing paper pad with those papers, 36 double-sided sheets, spot foiling throughout the pad, and those gorgeous coloured vellums as well.
And I tell you what, you are going wild for this. We've got the gilding wax on the show as well, by the way. I must just say, loads of you are chatting on the socials. A few of you have this has obviously been on, has it been on HSN? It must have been, yeah. Because Samantha on Facebook says, hello everyone, mine will be here in the next 2 hours. I can't wait for it. Samantha, if it arrives before the show ends, make sure you take a pic of your package arriving. And I tell you what, lots of other people chatting about the paper pads. I bought the full collection and 2 extra pads, says Carol. Good morning, says Robin. Ordered these yesterday with 1 extra paper pad. Super excited. Laura on Facebook. I bought an extra one through HSN, but I think I might get another one today. Do it. I bought the full collection and 1 extra pad, says Cecilia. Sandra says, everyone knows Christine Mahoney is the paper pad queen and will probably have ordered 11. We want to see who's going to be ordering the most paper pads today. Add to that, we also want to see if you've made anything yet from your collection. If you have got it, send those pictures in. We also, please, want to see pictures of your feathered friends in your craft room. And as I've said, even better if you've got a pet peacock. Bernie on YouTube says, there's a nursery near me that has pet peacocks. So there you go. Here's the thing. Guys, they're laughing at me in the gallery. They're laughing at me going, oh, who has a pet peacock? People will have pet peacocks. Maybe you run a peacock farm or something. I don't know. Maybe. But listen, if you spend £30 or $30 across the range, you will save an extra 10%. So the thing is, the main value for money is in this collection. But listen, if you want to just pick and choose, if you want to, maybe go for the paper pad and you want to go for a few of the mini collections, you can do that. And it's spend $30 or £30 and save that 10%. But seriously, you will go for the whole collection. It is an absolute stunner. And let me just tell you, we kicked off the show with a third of the stock gone. Almost 40% of the stock has gone now. That's how popular this is. Get this and get as many paper pads as you can, because we expect those to go, especially if Christine is watching, apparently, because she's going to buy about 11. Now, we're going to get on to some demos in just a few moments' time. Absolutely we are. But before that, we must tell you about something else which is taking place over the course of the next week or so, and it is our end of summer sale. There's some seagulls there. So the thing is, get online, because on our website you're going to find deals of up to 70% off, and this ends on Sunday, so take advantage of the deals. We're just going to highlight a few of them for you here, because look at this. This is the Crafty Fun 7 by 1.5 inch embossing folder, Crafty Notions. Take a look at that. £1.25. It's a 55% saving, or $2.25 if you are in the States. These are the kind of crazy prices. As I say, if your budget doesn't stretch too much at the moment, if you get involved in our summer sale, you'll be able to pick up stuff for £1, a couple of dollars. That's the way that we're doing stuff at the moment, clearing out the warehouse with these deals. Next up is this beautiful stacked teacup die, the floral teacups. Absolutely stunning. Again, should be $7.99 or $14.95. You're getting over 50% off, no matter where you are. $3.75 or $7.25 if you want to add those. If it's not your cup of tea, see what I did there? Don't worry, because we've got some other goodies for you as well, like this stamp and die set. Everybody needs butterflies in their crafty world, don't they? And that is what you have got here. 7-piece stamp and die set. Gorgeous with those 2 beautiful butterflies. All the details of those flowers there as well. And that is better than half price deal. $9.75 or $12.25. Now, sometimes you just need to say sorry. Sorry is the hardest word, according to Elton. But it won't be a hard word for you if you have this collection, because this is the see what I did there? This is the Stamp and Die Sorry collection. So it's an 8-piece set with your sorry, and then you've got all of the different stamps. You can build up your own little sentiments. Sorry I missed your birthday. Sorry to hear you're unwell. Sorry for your loss. Sorry you're leaving. But you can make your own little sentiments up with that for $4.75 or $5.75. That is over 40% off. Now, you can never get too much Christmas, and we've got another Christmas goodie for you here. This is your cut and emboss folder. Really clever, these, and it's a Christmas theme because it is away in a manger. £5 or $5.75. Again, just proving to you the deals that you can get. That's an over 60% off saving. Get it in your basket, check it out. It may well be that you're not buying these for yourself. You think to yourself, these are great stocking fillers for someone who's into craft in my life. Little Prezi ideas, the kind of things that you can just buy, and not worry too much because they're so good at such a low price. Next up is the Crafty Fun 18-piece metal die sealed with love. Look at that, beautiful envelope design with the gorgeous flutterbys. £7 or $9.25. It's again over 50% off right across the board. So do not miss out on those. And of course, that's just a selection of some of the things that you can find online in our end of summer sale. I love the seagulls. I was walking because I'm from Debby. Sorry, I didn't tell you this story. Seagulls. I like peacocks. Not too fond of seagulls because they come and they nick your food, don't they? We were in Sidmouth, which is a lovely place in Devon, near where I'm from, a few weeks back. Walking along the seafront with an ice cream. Seagull. Nick my ice cream. They're unbelievable. They're so cheeky. Peacocks, however, we love. And that's why we love this collection. They are majestic, they are gorgeous. As we go through the demos, as I say, we will have a look at your pictures, which are hopefully coming in, of your feathered friends, peacocks particularly, we would love, obviously. And if you've got this collection, also send in your pictures of what you've made. I mean, I know some of you have probably got this already. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and lots to read on the socials as well. £82 or $105. I think we should see this in action, should we not? What you got lined up for us, Debbie?
So I'm going to start with that beautiful proud peacock. I think he's absolutely beautiful, and I'm going to make a little diorama card. We're going to start off gently, then we're going to build it up. I think that's what we're going to do. But look how majestic he is.
Gorgeous.
He's just absolutely fabulous. And to get this result, when I told you about this die, it's very, very simple to do. So before I start going into the mechanics of how the card's put together, I've taken some white stamping card, and I'm just going to run this through first. Now this comes in two pieces. I said two pieces. It does two things. So first of all, you're going to die cut it, Ben. So I'm just going to hold that down. It's a thin metal die, so you're just going to put your combination of your thin metal die through your machine, okay? So I'm going to run that through, but it's got a beautiful embossed detail on that metal die, which gives all that extra dimension in your finished peacock. So to do that, once you've taken it out, I just flip reverse mine, because everything I do, I always cut down into my plate.
Yes.
But lovely Jan once taught me a tip many moon ago of just reversing this and placing, and I'm going to take my tape off before I start doing the rest, before I do any more embossing. I'm just going to pop that down. I'm going to remove that. I'm going to pop that back down on its place. And what I'm going to do, Ben, is I am going to put my embossing mat over the top. However, I've still got the magnetic shim, and I need to take that out because we don't have a magnetic shim in at the same time as your embossing folder, and that's really important because what you can do is, if you were to put that through with your magnetic shim, is it's probably going to ripple your embossing mat, because it's two different types of shim in there that you don't need both together. So always remember, when you're doing embossing detail on any of the dies that we do and other companies do, you just need to remember that it's done slightly differently, and you need to just change that shim up. Now I'm just going to show you this now, that beautiful embossed detail. I don't know if you can see there, but can you see that embossed detail?
Oh yeah, you
it's
can.
Absolutely exquisite. It's worth running it through, Ben.
Yes.
I know that the Gemini is a powerful machine, and you will probably get that embossed detail to start with. However, getting that absolutely fabulous detail straight away it's definitely worth it. However, I'm going to put him back in the die. And there's a reason I'm going to put him back in the die. Let me see if I can get a sheet of paper just for a second to show you. We'll do it with a darker one so you can see it a little bit better. So what I'm going to do now, Ben, is I'm going to take some inks, because it's now acting as a bit of a stencil.
Oh yeah.
So to get those raised features that we've got on here, the coloured feature, you're going to use this as the way to do it. So you pop it back in the dye, and I'm taking now, I've got some pigment inks here, Ben, and the reason I'm bringing pigment ink is because I'm going to add some clear embossing powder to this as well. So I've got parakeet, I've got crushed velvet, and I've also fetched in one of our metallic pigments, which is the gold.
Yes.
And the easiest way to apply this is with your finger dabbers. Now I'm not sure if, producer Johnny, do we have, he's going to check for us because they were out of stock.
The finger dabbers?
Yes, the finger dabbers, because because I'm going in precision wise, and if you can see now, when I just pop that back down there for a second, I want to go in and be precise where I'm hitting this. Now you could probably achieve this with the small circular dabber that we have, and I'm wondering, producer Johnny, do we have those?
We're keeping Johnny on his toes today, aren't
keeping him
he's never worked so hard.
Well on his
He's
He'll
like
that,
for goodness sake, I'm trying to sit here, have a cup of tea. Now you've got to check in stock levels and all sorts.
And now he's got to do some work.
Yeah.
Hey, bless him. So the round ones will work just as well.
And we've got those in stock.
Absolutely. The only reason Debbie's doing this is because she wants to make sure she gets it really nice and precise. But I'm just dabbing that ink through the stencil.
So you've used the dye as a dye to emboss and now to stencil.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yes, exactly what I'm doing with it, Ben. So I'm going to put in, because I love the peacock colour. These, Debbie. You're putting your purple one in your blue one. What am I like? I've just done a double hit. Let me just see if I can wipe that off for a second.
Talking of wiping, just whilst you are wiping, do you then have to clean your dye straight off if you've used your dye as a stencil?
Yes, so just give it a nice little rub down and it'll be fine. It'll be nice and clean to go again. So just use a wipe or a damp cloth just to take off that excess ink. Now, the reason I'm using pigment ink to add this colour to the clear embossing tool is because it stays wet. It doesn't dry fast, so you get that open time to be able to create that lovely embossed feature over the top, which is why I'm using the pigment inks. However, if you didn't want to go down the line of the embossing technique, Ben, you don't have to.
Okay.
You can use any of your other inks with this. So again, I'm just mixing my colours up, and I'm going to add a little bit of gold because I think this gold is absolutely beautiful. It's going to be really regal, really
Give you
regal.
that effect that you get off the peacock's tail, isn't it, when you see it? The microscopic crystal-like structure that make the feathers so brilliant.
Where have you got that information from?
Well, I've been doing my peacock research, obviously.
Oh, well, you a clever boy.
Wow, you. Yeah, the reason their tails shine is because they have microscopic crystal-like structures, which makes their feathers so brilliant. I've got 10 fascinating facts about peacocks to bring to you through the show. So not only are you going to be able to craft away with this amazing kit, you're also going to be able to wow your friends with peacock facts.
Well, we've got Wentworth Garden Centre near where I live has got a real life peacock for you to go and visit on the farm of all places.
Right.
But he's absolutely beautiful, he really is. And I wait for him, I will stand there for ages trying to wait for him to spread his wings right out because he's absolutely glorious. Right, Ben, I've done all my inking. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to try and find my pokey tool because me and my pokey... Johnny, producer Johnny, did you hear him?
Producer Johnny.
We're going to have to share them. We're going to have to share the information, what you just said.
Producer Johnny, because also Debbie was obviously talking about Peacock, that she wants to go and visit a peacock on the farm, and she said wants to see the peacock spread his feathers. So Johnny said, just wear your top that you're wearing now, and the peacock will be like, straight away, wouldn't he? There you go.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Now you can see I've got all my lovely powder, all my ink all linked up, and I'm really, really happy with that, Ben. I think that looks absolutely beautiful. But I want to just add now this little feature, which is this clear embossing powder, because because I've used me pigment inks, I can get this lovely enamelled. I'm just going to dip his tail in there. Let's just dip his head in as well. Let's give him a good
dip his head in there.
Get his tail back in there. Make sure we covered
in.
it all up. But absolutely, we aren't having to mess about with too much. Don't forget though, clean your dye. So your dye is a bit mucky at the minute, but give him a nice little clean. Give him a clean up.
Will we clean him with just a wet wipe? Did you say?
Just a wet wipe.
Yeah.
A wet wipe, absolutely fine.
Damp cloth.
Damp cloth. Yeah. A hot soapy water as well. That'll be. Wait a minute. Why am I not turned on?
Oh,
have I not got no power?
What?
Technical difficulties,
all right.
Just hang fire.
Well, come back to me a second. There we go, and I can show you through the paper pad. And I'm going to save me facts because I'm really impressed with them. Let me show you the paper pad because this is stunning. The paper pad, by the way, is flying out the door. Rosemary says, "I need another pad. The papers are so gorgeous. We'll get it whilst you can because seriously, this will not hang around. It's going to go so many of you wanting to grab this. Get it once, get it twice, get it thrice. You've got all of your beautiful vellums in the back there, and then you've got the beautiful paper as well. So you've got the flecks of foiling on there, which is just absolutely stunning. You've got we've got the power. You've also got your beautiful script in there as well with the gorgeous writing on. Double-sided, of course, as well. You've got your block colours on the back. I mean, take a look at that artwork. Are you kidding me? This is absolutely gorgeous. That's my fave. Look at that. Was that your fave, that one?
It's one of my favourites. It's absolutely beautiful. It really is.
You're going to get all of this gorgeous imagery. Again, do you know what? And I think you touched on it earlier on. Some of this is so gorgeous. You might just want to get a frame and frame some of it and use it as like home decor, because it's. I mean, look at that. That's Debbie's favourite.
That's my favourite.
There you go. Don't miss out on this. It's $19.99. Of course, you get one of these within the collection, but add more to your collection because you're going to use it over and over again. $24.95 in the States. That is stunning. 12 by 12, 48 sheets with the vellum in there as well. You've got power.
I have the power. I have the power. So while you were busy going through that pad, all I did was heat set it, Ben. That's all I did. So I put my hot gun, wait a minute, heat gun, the heat gun over the top to set that clear embossing powder over the ink, and that's all I've done. And what it's done is created a beautiful enamelled effect. Now you can do this a couple of times, Ben, so all you would need to do is perhaps put your heat back over to heat it up and then dipping back in that clear embossing powder until you get the desired effect that you want to do, so you can build it up. So you can go really so the more times you do it, the very first time you do it, it looks a bit like orange peel. The second time you do it, it starts to gloss over. It's a bit like glossy accents, to be fair, and you'll know what I mean. All the crafters out there that will watch, you will understand what I mean by glossy accents, where it lifts that lovely crystal, almost clear, transparent glue light over the top. Wait a minute, that were a lot of words there, weren't it?
It was good though.
But a good description.
Yeah, it was.
Although I confused producer Johnny over that.
He's always confused. They're always confused in there.
Right, so we've done the peacock, the beautiful, proud peacock, but we've got this gorgeous plumage.
Yes.
Plumage. I'm getting there, then I'm getting there, and I love these. These are beautiful. I've chosen a couple of different colour golds here. So I've got like a warm gold, and I don't want to say brassy gold because that's the wrong description.
Brass.
But it is a bit brassy, isn't it?
A little bit.
A little bit brassy. But I'm just going to try and squeeze all of these four on there. This is how tight I am, Ben, when it comes to my little bit box.
Hey, why not? Why not? Get it on
Why
there.
not? Let's get those on. I don't like wasting too much. So yeah, absolutely. So I'm just going to put those down, Ben, and I'm going to run these through the machine as well. I don't know if you want to carry on reading some comments while I do this little bit. There's
a lot of love, by the way, particularly on YouTube. Everyone's loving your top. And lots of people saying they think it's perfect for the launch. And Laura on Facebook says, I've just screenshot your top, Debbie. So pretty, plus inspirational as well. So there you go. Lots of chat about peacocks as well. Karen saying, here in Florida, peacocks run wild. I love that. They sound like someone yelling for help. What noise do they make? They sort of go, what do they do, peacocks? They go, ah! Is it like that? I don't know. I can tell you a fact about the noise that peacocks make. Right, so peacocks in mating season, right?
Oh.
We're going to talk about that?
Yeah, of course you can, yeah.
Good. So the peacocks, they make that noise, right, to let other the females know that, like I'm the man kind of thing. So, come and see me because I'm the guy that you want to be pairing off with. But apparently they can fake it, right? So there might be like a lonely peacock, for example, who's like not got any females, but he can fake the noise to make other peacocks peahens think that he's like got loads of female attention. And so they all come running over to him. Do you see what I'm talking about here? So he kind of makes out that he's more popular than he actually is. So there you go. It's another interesting peacock fact for you there. And it's only the males that are called peacocks as well, of course, because it's peacocks and peahens.
Yes, I found that information out yesterday too, because I thought all peacocks were female and male. Shows I paid much attention.
Female and male?
I did. Well, I thought they were male and female. I thought they were. So now I know that that one down at Wentworth Farm that I was talking about is a man. Because it's a man.
He's a real man. Yeah, and he's probably making this noise. Ah!
Aww.
Do you know what baby peacocks are called?
What are baby peacocks called?
Pea chicks.
Is that true?
Yeah, not chickpeas. Those are the things that you get in a can you eat for your dinner. But the pea chicks, yeah. Pea chicks. Oh, yes.
Just making sure you weren't telling me any fibs there, Beck.
No,
You know how gullible I am. You know how gullible I am. And I really am. Johnny's laughing there because he knows how gullible I am. But now, I've cut them out. One of my feathers actually moved and it missed that little bit off there at the end. And do you know what? I'm not really bothered, Ben.
No, it's all right.
Because it looks really fine. And I've just done them in a couple of colours. Well, I say a couple of colours. I went a little bit plumage mad. So I'm going to add all of those on to my card. Now going back to my card and this gorgeous paper pad. Ben, this paper pad is just beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's so difficult to know which one to use and which one to choose.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to bring in the ones that I've already done and I'll just show you. I went with this gorgeous purple. Love these. These are absolutely fabulous. Look at that foiling, that spot foiling. But the colours on both sides work equally as well, which is why I've chosen to use this on my matte and layer here. So for a diorama card, you start with 2 pieces of card. Now this can be any size you want and I'll give you the measurements of this one. This is an 8.5 by 6 3/4, and then I've just scored this at 1.5, then 1/2 inch. So if I just show you there for a second, show you what I mean. I've scored at 1.5 inch, 1/2 inch, and then I've done exactly the same, flip reversed and done the same. I've actually just cut myself a little aperture out here, but I've repeated exactly the same measurements on this one. 1.5 inch, 1/2 inch, turn it around, score at 1.5 inch, 1/2 inch, and it creates that lovely diorama effect where when you start to burnish, I say matte and burnish, that's the wrong word. When you burnish, one word, Debbie, one word, not 2.
Oh, I love you, Debbie.
Oh, I tell you, I'll never change, Ben, I'll never change.
Don't.
But what I'm going to do is put that gorgeous pattern on the back base of that one, and I just need a bit of glue. Let's just pop that in there. There we go. So I'm going to use some all-purpose glue to wiggle this right into place. Our lovely Leanne's favourite glue. And I'm just going to place that on.
Can I just say, people are saying that their orders are getting delivered as we're live on air.
You're
Deborah,
kidding me.
My yodel has just delivered mine. Stephen, mine has just arrived. Love it. Here's the challenge then, right? If you've got yours and it's just arrived, or maybe you got it yesterday, get crafting along with us during the show and show us your makes. We want to see what you're doing. Come on.
That would be
First
fabulous.
person to make a card during this show. Come on, we'd love to see it. Craft along whilst Debbie's crafting, you craft and get the pictures to us by the end of the show. You've still got an hour and a half, so plenty of time to make something, please.
And we're not going anywhere, Ben, are we? We're
No,
here all
we
these 2
are
hours.
not.
In fact, we're here all day, Ben. We've got another show coming up later on today as well.
Have we?
We have.
Oh.
Have they forgot to tell you that bit?
Yeah, I thought I was only here for half a day.
Now I've put a bit of glue down both sides of my panels here, and what I'm just going to do is match this up. Now depending on the glue that you use, if you're not comfortable with getting it, you can always add a little bit of wet glue just onto the top to get that wiggle time. So if you're using things like tape, you have got the ability to be able to maneuver it into place, because we know how super strong this glue, we call it glue, but it's like super strong adhesive, Ben. It's absolutely fabulous. It holds all sorts. But I'm just going to literally pop that side down, and then I'm going to do exactly the same on the other, and I'm going to put a bit of glue on because I do want to make sure that I get that into the right place.
Details of the essential 4-piece tape collection on the bottom of your screen now if you want to add that into your basket or your cart today. Savings across the board there. £18 or $28. So if you need to stock up, it's the kind of thing you don't want to run out of, that, isn't it, Debbie?
Absolutely. Don't ever run out of your glues. Always top up. Now I'm just going to squeeze those in because I just want to make this nice and flat. So literally give it a nice little burnish again. You could take your burnishing tool, but now you can see you've got that lovely aperture feature and that lovely feature now to add all your rest in. I'm just going to put some little panels though on the side, Ben, and I am going to use my wet glue because again, I must admit, we talk about glues and everybody knows what my favourite glue is now.
Chunky glue!
It is chunky glue. I love chunky glue. It's one of my favourites.
Yeah.
But I also adore the all-purpose, and that's because sometimes when I use tapes or red liner tape or the finger lift tape, I'm not always, I do everything by a very Yorkshire term.
Yes,
I do everything by eye.
By eye?
By eye. So I do everything by eye, but when I do it by eye, I can't always get it on right. So, and then sometimes when you put it with tape and things like that, it's very difficult to get back off. When you use what I call the wiggle glue,
yes.
I've got nicknames from all. When I use the wiggle glue, the all-purpose collard glue, it gives me that wiggle time to get it into place.
So I'm getting confused.
I'm dancing now to glue.
So the chunky glue is the 3D glue and the wiggle glue is the collard glue.
It is.
Chunky and wiggle.
It is. It is. And again, that just gives me that time though to get it into place, and it gives me the accuracy as well, the movement, that movability to get that place. And that is absolutely spot on accurate now. Now what we're going to do is add, make sure you've got your feathers the right way around, Deb, so you got it in the right place. We're going to bring in our lovely proud peacock, and we're going to stick him on the front, and I'm going to bring in my good old trusty faithful here. I'm going to bring in...
What is it? What is it?
My chunky glue.
Chunky!
My chunky glue.
Chunky glue.
Now, I'm just got... Oh, no, my chunky glue's dried up. Hang on a minute. I think I need to take off my dried up end. There we go. Just get that little nodule out, and we're all good to go. There we go. So I'm just going to pop it a little bit just on there. Let me else. Yeah, just a little bit up at the top here as well.
Yeah.
And we're going to place him on.
Wow.
I mean, look how gorgeous he is.
Look at
he
his
just
tail.
sits there really proudly.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love this. I've taken one of the stamps from the set. Beautiful, because that's what you are, Ben.
Oh,
And I'm such a smooth talker, aren't I?
That's what your top is.
Thank
Still
you very
lots of
much.
love coming in for your top. I can't believe that was coincidence.
Honestly, Ben, I was looking this morning and I was thinking, shall I wear my green top? Because I'm very warm at the minute. I'm going through a little bit of a midlife thingy.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that thing.
You know, other females out there will understand what I mean.
Yeah.
And I am a little bit warm all the time. No matter what the weather is.
Yep.
And so I thought, oh, shall I wear my green one because it's nice and sleeveless? And then I thought, do you know what? No, because it's raining.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, it's chucking it down. And oh, Debbie, I've put that in the wrong place. That's because I'm talking. Hang on a minute. Let me just put that back in there. But it's a good job I'm using the one that I can wiggle around, isn't it? Yeah, so because I'm really, really warm, I just thought, do you know what? I'll pick up this lightweight top because it is very lightweight. Never even thought it was my peacock top. I wish I'd have just said to you, yeah, Ben, it absolutely were planned. It were planned.
You should have, yeah.
I should have just said that.
Because if you'd have told me you were wearing your peacock top, I would have put my my peacock suit on.
Oh, you got a peacock suit? Have you really, Ben?
Yeah.
Oh, Ben, are you shaking your head over
No,
there?
I have.
I did say to you, I'm a little bit on the gullible side, Ben. It's a bit unfair, you know, Ben. Come on, give a girl a break.
Sorry. No, I haven't got a peacock suit.
You haven't got
No.
a peacock suit. You
I've got
really let me down.
I've got a Christmas suit though, which I will put on nearer the festive season.
Have you really?
I have got
Oh
a
my
Christmas
goodness,
suit.
I can't wait to see your Christmas suit.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see that. Now, I've popped on there and I'm just thinking, shall I put a couple of little, yeah, I'm going to put a couple of little feathers underneath as well. I'm going to add a little bit more down just onto here, just to really give it some real richness.
Wow.
And I absolutely love these. I just think they're beautiful. I'm just going to pop my glue inside. Let's pop another one just into there. Let's have
Glorious, isn't
a
it?
couple of fanned feathers in there too.
Oh.
Oh, I'm really happy with that. So there we go. Now you can see just how beautiful that proud peacock is. And he really is. But put them all together with your stamps, with your feathers and all those kind of things, and you're going to be able to create some really rich, opulent cards. And can I tell you as well, Ben?
Yeah.
We have no angel policy on this.
Brilliant.
Once you've got this collection, and if you think about this, Ben, the only consumable in that collection
Pad.
is the pad.
Yeah.
It's the only one. These are going to last you a lifetime. They really are, and they're absolutely glorious. I love them, and I know a lot of people have said to me, I've already had lots of messages from the shows that I did yesterday, so I know you're loving them too. Is it your turn to get hold of the Peacock collection today?
I think it might be, and I tell you what, as I said it before, you will be as proud as a peacock if you get your hands on this. I mean, take a look at that. The ability for you to be able to build up your own peacock as well. You've got that amazing 3D embossing folder included, all of the dies as well. It is such a fantastic collection. Sarah on Facebook ordered my peacock collection plus an extra peacock 12x12 paper pad yesterday. So many of you already saying that you've got your hands on this, which is absolutely brilliant, and you're going to love this collection because it's just so much craftability with it. Good morning, says Terry Lee on Facebook. Got up early for this launch, delivered yesterday, waited for the show to begin using, and lots of great suggestions as well. So Celia on Facebook, I was thinking about framing the big peacock. That's the point, isn't it? With a collection like this, you know, you think out of the box as far as crafting is concerned, because you've got great home decor pieces as well. with the papers. I mean, they're just stunning. I'll give you another flick through those in just a second, but I just wanted to show you, you know, what your set consists of. There's so much included in here. So you've got all of the sentiments, first of all, you know, for lots of different occasions. You can build up your own phrases there. This is this gorgeous Peacock die and stamp set. So as Debbie was showing you a little bit earlier on, you've got the ability to cut out all of the feathers of the peacock and then build it up into your own stunning bird, which is just phenomenal. You've then also got here the peacock with even more beautiful sayings on there as well. That's your pretty plumage. Then you've got this, I mean, look at that, the detail in there, snippability as well if you wanted to, with that stunning corner die, the feathered corner. Then, as we saw just a few moments ago there, Debbie using these in her last demonstration, the peacock plumage. Love it. I mean, and look at this. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. This is that proud peacock again that Debbie was using a few moments ago to die cut with, then emboss, and then use as a stencil as well. I mean, seriously, so many different uses. Here's that stunning frame. Again, obviously, this is going to be so good to use with this collection, but I know you'll be using this with all of your other dies and stamps at home as well, because it's just a universal, beautiful frame, isn't it? Then we've got your embossing folders. I mean, take a look at these once again, just to kind of, you know, finish things off. And wow, this for me, I mean, hopefully we'll get to see this in action as well. The Regal Peacock, just gorgeous, all of that included. But that isn't all, because you're also going to get this incredible paper pad. What I will tell you is, though, loads and loads of you are going for this again. You know, you're getting it within the collection, but then people are adding it into their basket once again as well. It comes with all of this beautiful vellum, all right, so that's included. And then, I mean, the paper in here, I mean, look at this. You've got the foiling on here. It's double-sided, so you've got the block colours on the back. You've got absolutely stunning imagery. It's just amazing, isn't it? Take a look at this. The foiled script you've got on there, gorgeous. So many different designs. Then you've got even more beautiful artwork, you know, if you wanted to snip into this. Again, I mean, you just want to almost snip into that and frame it. It's just gorgeous, isn't it? Again, look at this. Look at the foiling that you've got on the eyes of the peacock feathers there. That's magnificent. And then again, as we go through, even more beautiful artwork, even more stunning foiling on there as well. I mean, it is just, look at that. I mean, look at that. It's a collection which is just going to stun and delight, isn't it? It really is. You're going to have so much fun working with this, but then at the same time, just imagine the face of your recipient when you've given them this card. Just imagine if you are making these to sell, as we've chatted about, how much potentially you could be selling these cards for. That is included within the collection for £82 or $105. However, go for another one. So we're approaching now half the stock of the main collection.
Wow. Are
you kidding me? Almost half the stock of the main collection has gone. I'm not surprised. It's a bumper collection. It's so beautiful, isn't it? And for £82 or $105, amazing. Get another paper pad as well, because you're going to be going through that. As Debbie was saying, that is your consumable, isn't it? You'll come back to that time and time and time again. Details on the bottom of your screen there, $19.99 or $24.95. Don't miss out on that. Now, Nikki got this from HSN and has already created, look at this.
Ooh.
Absolutely beautiful.
Oh, that's gorgeous. I love that. And I love that you mixed it up with other things in our crafty library. I absolutely love that. That's fabulous.
Yeah, and this is the thing, as we said, people already getting these and crafting with them already. Maria has sent in hers as well. Take a look at that beautiful, proud peacock there
wow,
as well.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Thank you for sending all these in. We love all of your inspiration. Now, we also asked for pictures of crafty birds. So Mariah has sent in this beautiful... Is that a bird in the garden or is that a pet bird? Oh, it's a bird in the garden that you feed. Oh, well, I'm not surprised it comes back every day if you're always feeding it. Yeah, feed the birds. Tuppence a bag. Yeah, please keep sending your pictures of your makes if you've got this recently. Even if you've just received this, as I said, we're having people messaging in go, I've just literally received this. Get making now during the show. Obviously, you can watch us and craft at the same time and send in your pictures. studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk. And we're also after pictures of your feathered friends today too, particularly if you've got a pet peacock or you run a peacock farm. If you have got a pet peacock, by the way, just maybe don't show it the TV because it might get excited when it sees Debbie's top. You know, don't want any awkward moments, do we?
What you like then? What you like?
What you got over there?
Well, I thought, do you know what? I've not shown you any samples yet, and
No.
I just thought our design team are absolutely the best in the world. They really are. And this set of samples that I'm going to show you are what some of our design team have created. We've obviously had to share some down at Create and Craft because obviously our Craig is still down there, so I haven't got all of them. But honestly, these are absolutely beautiful. This is one I actually made yesterday, and using that gorgeous feathered corner in both corners, I've used some of the stamps there and that beautiful proud peacock, and also in that top corner the plumage. Have I got it right?
Plumage is
I've
right.
got it right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
Plumage.
getting so clever. I am getting so clever. But honestly, again, you can see just how beautiful these are. Take your inks into this collection, and you are beautiful, Ben. I love working with you. You are absolutely fabulous. But honestly, the things that you can create with these, this is absolutely beautiful. So again, you can see just by using those stamps, that beautiful feathered corner again, the kind of things that you're going to be able to create are fabulous. This is just using the feathers, so that beautiful plumage. Again, I'm really proud of myself for saying this now, this plumage. But then we've got that gorgeous peacock again, the one that you can build up, and I have got a demonstration lined up with this later on, and we've still got another hour and a bit to go, so we've got plenty of time. We've also got the beautiful stamp, and I'm going to use this stamp next because I think it's absolutely glorious. And using it with that lovely frame as well, you can see just how fabulous these are. The embossing folders are exquisite. Again, look at that beautiful. Oh, wait a minute. Let me just pick that up. I've dropped my bottom. There we go.
Don't
I've dropped my bottom.
Sake.
There we go. Let's get myself in order. We've got that other beautiful embossing folder as well. This was another one I made yesterday, Ben, just using some inks, the embossing folders, and a bit of the plumage as well. And then we've got that other embossing. Have you noticed now? I'm at plumage. Plumage. By the time I get back down on Friday, if there's still some stock left, I'll have that word nailed. I really will. Can I just show you this gorgeous frame one though, Ben, if I may? That beautiful frame. Take one of those pictures of the peacock from that beautiful paper pad and frame him, and you can see just look how exquisite he looks in one of those diorama cards. Again, absolutely beautiful. The papers all work together, the frame works together, the paper pad, the stamps, absolutely everything works together so beautifully. I know how much our design team have loved them. I know how much I love them. I just know from what you've already been saying that you love this too.
Honestly, there's so much love for this collection. There really is. Lots of people, I mean, the paper pad, you're all going absolutely bonkers for. Lots of people saying that you've got your collections delivered. Fran on YouTube, this is perfect timing. I just received my order yesterday and needed ideas in using it. And Alfie on Facebook, this is one of the best channels on Facebook. Well, there you go. We've got some questions coming in which we'll tackle in just a little while. Michelle on YouTube, I received my Peacock collection from 8 to 10 last night. It's even more beautiful in person than on TV. Wendy says, I'm playing with mine now. It's amazing. Carleen on Facebook, today I watched it from home, took the remainder of the week off as today's my birthday. Carleen, happy birthday. What a day to have a birthday. And Laura Jane on Facebook says, my hubby popped into the room when he heard Debbie laugh. He said he could recognise that voice anywhere. What's she like? Can you tell her what's every day?
It's the good old Yorkshire dulcet tones that I have. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of them.
Oh, we love them though. It's one of my honestly, it's one of my favourite accents. I love it. And CJ on YouTube is a new customer, said, made my first purchase from CC, the Peacock collection and additional paper pad. So excited to get it. CJ, welcome to the Crafters TV family. Lovely to have you on board. And may I just say, what a great first purchase that is. I mean, that's a great first purchase, Debbie, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm telling you, welcome to the club.
Yes.
Because I reckon this won't be a first and last collection. I think it will be the first of many is what it will be. So well done on getting an absolutely fabulous collection too. So are you ready for another demo?
Absolutely. What you've got to show us?
Do you know what? I thought, what have I done with my card? Here it is. Hey, a lovely double Z folk card that we've got using that beautiful peacock. Isn't he proud? Is beautiful. I love this set. And again, there's lots of things that you can do with some of the smaller elements from the kit. And honestly, Ben, just love this. So I'm using this beautiful set. Let me get the right name for this one. The Pretty Plumage.
I mean,
I'm showing off now.
That's why. Next thing you know, Debbie, you'll be sticking up your little finger when you drink your cup of tea. You're getting so posh.
I do actually, anyway.
Oh, do you?
I don't know why. I mean, can you imagine me from Yorkshire sticking finger up in there? But I do when I drink my cup of coffee. It's up there like that. Now we're gonna ink up this beautiful stamp. Now, if it's your first time of stamping, sometimes and I'll just explain what I mean. If it's the first time that it's being used, you may need to prime your stamp. So I know that this particular one that I'm using today is the studio set, and I'm not sure, because this is the launch, I'm not sure that it's been stamped off. So I'm just going to take a piece of scrap and I'm going to stamp that down just to make sure that it's, I don't know even what I was worrying about, Ben. It's absolutely beautiful.
Of course it is.
Of course it is. So, but you can just give it a little prime up. Now, having tools of the trade, I always say, Ben, are the right things to have. So I've got my stamping mat, I've got my stamping platform on its spring-loaded legs to get that precision stamp each and every single time. So go and check the website out. This honestly changed my life, having this stamp set. Again, the ink as well, having the right ink for whatever you're going to colour in, and I'm going to be using our tri-blend alcohol markers. So I've used our alcohol proof noir black, but there is a choice of, I think it's 4 colours altogether. There's pebble, flagstone, what's the other one? Black, noir black, and there's one more and I've completely forgot what it is.
Producer Johnny will find out, I'm sure.
Thank you.
He's tapping away in the background, I can hear him. Rustic brown. How
could I forget the rustic brown? I don't know how I forgot that one. But yes, so there's 4 colours to choose from, and that's not just in the alcohol proof. We have a waterproof one as well for whenever you're using things like if you want to colour in with your aqua markers or your aqua blend pencils and those kind of things, then you just need to change up your ink when you're stamping. But look how beautiful he is. Isn't he gorgeous, Ben?
He's absolutely amazing.
Stunning. The detail is exquisite. It's absolutely exquisite. So I'm just thinking now, should we do a little bit of colouring?
Yeah.
I'll not colour him all because obviously it would take a long time to colour all of them. But just take your pens and you're just going to colour in. And the lovely thing about a peacock, Ben, is that it comes in lots of different colours.
Yes.
So you can really go to town and really mix this up when you're colouring him in. And I'm using our alcohol pens. This is the classics because they were the nearest that I got to hand. But we do have tri-blends. We have our illustrators. We have our new tri-blend brush pens as well. And you can use all of these for this particular colouring in section. And one thing I will recommend, if you are brand new to watching Crafters TV, we do a fabulous show called Colour Me Happy.
Yes.
Every single Friday at 4 o'clock. It used to be in the morning, but we've moved it. And for good reason, so that lots more people won't have to get up really, really early anymore. They can now have a nice leisurely lie-in. Yes, but honestly, go and watch one of the Colour Me Happy shows because they're absolutely fabulous.
Me and Fiona this Friday.
Is Fiona coming up?
4, yeah.
Oh wow!
Looking forward to that.
Is she doing some colouring?
Oh yeah, I got 4 next 4 shows I think with Fiona after this afternoon. 2 tomorrow, and then 2. What day is it? Wednesday. Yeah, and 2 on Friday as well. So looking forward to that. We've got the aqua markers coming up. The aqua blend pencils as well.
Uber talented, Ben.
Is she?
Yeah, absolutely. She's so incredible, and you'll have time. Is it the first time you've worked with her up here?
Up here, yes.
Yes, because I know we met in a previous life, didn't we?
We did meet in a previous life.
We met in a previous life,
didn't we? All those years ago.
Now you can see it's starting to build up, and you can really start adding your different colours, like your blues. If I added a blue in there, because peacocks are exquisite, they're absolutely beautiful, and you could really go to town and start building this up, because you can mix your colours as well, which I think is lovely. But Ben, I'm not going to spend all the time because I am conscious and I want to try and cram as much in. But if I just show you, just by colouring him in, when you've finished the coloured in article, look how beautiful and regal it looks. I'm going to leave it there for a second, just so you can have a look.
Gorgeous.
Look how incredible that looks, just by adding more colour into there. And honestly, this is absolutely beautiful. I've just taken one of our nesting dies to create a little mat and layer, and I'm going to stick him directly straight on to my mat. Talking of nesting dies, can I give a little tease?
Oh, go on.
Can I tease something?
Yeah.
I've got a launch show.
Oh, on the 28th?
I'm sure it's with you, Ben. Are you here Monday?
No.
It must not be you.
I
don't know who it is.
But I know. I think it's with Joe. I know. Well, you can tease it. We did a little tease last night.
Did you now then?
I think we did.
Oh, I thought I was in with an exclusive here. Then I thought I was coming in with an exclusive.
We'll do it anyway. Just pretend we didn't. People may not have seen it.
So I've got new nesting dies on Monday. That's all I'm going to say. And they're absolutely fabulous, unusual shapes you've not probably seen before.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot wait. So join us on Monday for that show, for that launch show.
We did do that tease last night.
Did you now then?
Yeah, sorry. Stole your thunder there.
I'll let you off, Ben. I'll let you off. We're friends.
Yeah.
We are indeed. Now, I'm going to make my Z Fold card. So first things first, if you've never watched our lovely Sarah, she's absolutely addicted to making these cards.
These are her faves, aren't they?
Yeah, a double Z fold card is what it is, because it's 2 pieces of card. Love this style of card, and it's absolutely fabulous. It's just a case of choosing what size you want to do, Ben. Now, for me, this particular size that I've chose fits into a 6x6 card, 6x6 envelope. So it's a 5 3/4 inch square, and then this particular one, exactly the same 5 3/4, but the depth of this is 2.5 inches. So I've just measured that up. But what you do is you score down the middle of your front panel, and you would do that with the smaller piece as well. And what this actually does, Ben, is it literally creates that Z fold. So it folds back on itself. Just for a second, let me get yourself all organised, Debbie. Get yourself all organised, girl. So it folds back onto itself.
Yeah.
Now, to get your double Z fold card, you would think you do it exactly the same, but you don't. You twist it.
Oh.
So you twist it around. Come on, Debbie. You remember it's Centura Pearl. And then you just give it on the opposite end. So you put the long one on the short and the short one on the long. And that's how it creates that beautiful double Z fold.
That's how I remember it.
And you can see there, can't you?
Long on the short, short on the long.
Exactly. That's exactly what you do with that. So that's my card already. But I want to decorate this card a little bit. And we've got some more stamps on the other stamp collection. Do you know that beautiful peacock again? The proud as a peacock.
Yeah.
There's some beautiful stamps on here. Some extra stamps. And it's got the most gorgeous corner swirl there, but we've also got this beautiful one as well, and I think I'm going to mix this up a little bit. I'm going to change it up a little bit because I'm going to have that one there in that corner. It's just a case of choosing what do you think would look really nice. So I'm going to change this up. Now I need my quick dry ink. I won't be a moment.
That's
just
all right.
a second, Ben. I'm going to throw back over to you while I just hot foot it to me inks and go and grab the ink that I'm after.
Well, still lots of love coming in. The questions are mounting. Do you know what? I fancy putting on the coat. I'm going to put the doctor's coat on in just a little bit. We'll have a little crafty clinic with Debbie in just a bit. But lots of love for the collection, and I tell you what, probably as much love for Debbie coming in today as well. I love your voice, Debbie. Says Flick on YouTube. You are always so bubbly. We love our Debbie, says Lorna Jane, and Kay says yes, we definitely love our Debbie. Cindy on YouTube says this peacock collection is stunning. Sure wish I had it when I made a pop-up box a few weeks ago. Wow. Ooh. That would be stunning.
Wouldn't that look amazing, Ben? That would look fabulous. It's about thinking about all the different, just checking I've got my quick dry. Yep, you've got your quick dry. I'm going to use my Lagoon, but yeah, just think about all the different things you can take this collection into when you're using this, because there's elements in here that you can use outside of your peacock collection as well, Ben. There really is. Now I'm just going to stamp that down into that corner. Look at that beauty. Oh wow. Days. I've changed my mind. I'm using this one. I'm not going to use the other one. I love this.
I'm so glad you stamped that, because I mean that's just unbelievable. Do it again.
It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Debbie, get it the right way around, girl. Get it right way around. Let me just make sure I'm up. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to tuck that underneath just for a second so that I can get it where I want to get it, in the right element.
Shows how good the stamps are as well, doesn't it? The fact that you're getting that crisp level
clean,
of detail.
exactly.
Clean detail.
Look at that detail. It's fabulous. I've smudged. What am I like? Honestly, I've smudged. I'm not going to worry too much.
No, I can't.
I'm not going to worry too much at all.
You're all right. Crack on. No one will notice.
Nobody will notice. That's it. Nobody will notice. Perhaps they have, but shh. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's because I'm using quick dry onto Centura Pearl. Now, this is a coated cardstock. So normally a quick dry ink is an instant dry on things like stamping card, craft card. If you're using your other types of cards, it will, apart from Centura Pearl, because it's got that beautiful pearlescent coating over it. So you just need to take a little bit more care. Not like Debbie did there, but you take a little bit more care and you won't get that smudge.
Oh, I can see it.
It will dry though. Can you see? Oh,
yeah,
no.
Now I can see it.
that, Dan, to get that off my There we go.
You're going to do a close-up in a
Can't
minute.
see it now,
No.
can you?
No.
Oh,
Good.
there we go. Look, can't see it. It's hiding out of the way. However, I'm going to start bringing this card together because I've taken a couple of panels of that paper again. And this 12 by 12 paper pad, Ben, is beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a case of what paper are you going to use? Are you going to use the pattern? Are you going to use the plain? On this one, I'm going to use the plain. So I'm just going to decorate my lovely panel that I've got on my double Z fold. I'm going to put I've already cut these down to size. Now, whenever I'm cutting anything down to size to get a perfect matten layer, I take off 1/4 inch.
Okay.
So I know that is 5 3/4. So this panel here is 5 1/2. I know this is 2 1/2. So I've cut this down to 2 1/4. Does that make sense?
Makes total sense.
Absolutely. That's how I would do that. And you'll see lots of us do different ways. Me and Craig tend to work on the same way where we take 1/4 inch off. But other demonstrators, it depends on what kind of frame you're going for. I only want a small frame, which is why I take 1/4 inch off whenever I'm doing this. So again, it's almost sacrilege, Ben, to cover this pattern paper up. It really is.
But at least you get, I think you get 3 sheets of each pattern, don't you?
You do indeed, and I'm only using the tiniest amount.
Yeah, and the other good thing is there's so many people buying the collection and getting like 2 or 3 more pads. You'll have a lot more because you'll have maybe 2 pads or 3 pads or 4 pads. I mean, as much as the collection is flying out the door, the paper pad as well on its own is absolutely flying. I think as many people who are going for the collection are then going for the paper pad as well, because over half the stock of the collection is gone and over half the stock of the paper pad on its own has gone as well. So it doesn't take a genius to work out what's happening here, does it really? It doesn't take a genius. For those of you, by the way, who want to just pick and choose and make your own little mini bundles up, we'll run through the details of everything in just a few moments time after we've seen Debbie's demo. One thing has just cropped up which I do need to mention, well, 2 things actually. Sarah on Facebook says, I brought the set yesterday as I'm obsessed with peacocks.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
And we have a real life peacock who's been in touch, Sean Peacock on Facebook, who says, I feel like I need this collection just because my surname is Peacock. Well, this is your collection, Sean, so get it in your basket now, for goodness sake. Wow.
Absolutely, I love that. I think that's fabulous. Now, look, I'm just going to sit in there. So I've just literally stuck my panels down. I stuck this panel and laid it into the bottom corner, and then I just put some glue just on this underneath and then stuck that down. You don't want to be sticking it all the way along underneath these parts here, Ben, because if you do, you're not going to get that Z fold. You're just going to get a sticky mess. And that's the last thing you want when you've worked so hard to get it right in the first place. So again, I'm just gonna put that down. There we go. And then lastly, I'm gonna add on. I'm just gonna think, can I cover my smudge up?
Oh, you see, just about. Yeah.
There's no such thing as an happy accident. Is that the right word I'm looking for?
Happy accident. Yes.
Right, so I'm just going to cover that little mistake up almost like you never knew it existed.
Brilliant.
And then I'm going to just add on the front as well, just to sit. I can still see it, Ben. I can still see it. Not that I'm a perfectionist or anything like that.
Debbie, for goodness
I know
sake.
I do draw attention to things all the time. I'm one of those. Fortunately, I'm one of those honest crafters, Ben.
Oh yeah, you can just about see
do
it
you know,
there.
Dan?
Just in the
what
corner.
What are you doing
can
to me?
Dan, if you get a little bit closer, you can just really see it there. There
No,
it is.
no. Do you let me get that in right close?
He's a 1, isn't he, eh? He's a 1.
He is 1. You can tell he's had an holiday. But honestly, you little devil, what you like. But I am an honest crafter, and I'm not one of those that is going to try and fudge it and lie.
No.
I just tell the truth, because that's the way it is. I'm not going to fudge nothing, although you can fudge mistakes, happy accidents. There you go. It's almost like new. There we go. And there, that is that beautiful peacock. Very proud peacock. And just to say, happy birthday.
Seriously, just brilliant. And I tell you what, loads of people loving your demos today, Debbie, as well. Going back to the first one that you did, Christine on Facebook said, I love how Debbie coloured the peacock while still in the dye. Can do that with all my other dyes as well. Itching to get to my craft room. That's what you need to do. You need to get this collection, and you need to get into your craft room, and you need to get creating, because you are going to have so much fun with this. It's majestic, isn't it? It is absolutely beautiful. And the whole collection is stunning. However, we realise that perhaps not all of you want to go for the full collection. You want to just dip your toe in the water, so we can break things down for you as well. Details on the screen of your paper pad, which we'll come back to and have another flick through in just a bit. But let's just show you the individuals. So if you go for these individually, or if you pop these in to your basket and you find that you've spent £30 or $30, you will save an extra 10%. So this is that beautiful Proud Peacock. I think, you know, if you are breaking down the bundle, you definitely need to go for this for $9.99. It is absolutely gorgeous. Next up, you've got the flourishing frame. Now, as Debbie was talking about a little bit earlier on, there are going to be lots of individual elements from this collection that you'll be able to use with other dies and stamps and things from your craft room, and this is certainly one of them. This flourishing frame, I mean, it works beautifully as a die to go with this collection, but you'll have so many other stamps and dies and bits and pieces in your craft room that you can use this flourishing frame with as well. $19.99 or $24.95 on that one. Next up, we saw this a little bit earlier on, the peacock plumage. Stick your little finger in the air when you say that. Again, looked beautiful earlier on when Debbie was popping that diorama card together, just cut out of that was at the gold, wasn't it? The mirror card looked amazing. So you've got the 4 individual dies there to build up your own peacock plumage for $9.99 or $12.95. Next up, again, I mean, this is gorgeous, great to use within the collection, but again, perfect to use elsewhere as well. Snipping into this kind of, making it to your exact specifications. The feathered corner die is $9.99 or $12.95. We've also got the Words of Inspiration. Again, a stamp set that you're going to use complete with this collection or within all your other crafts as well, allowing you to kind of build up your own little saying, if you like. Have a happy birthday. You are incredible. You are fabulous. $4.99 for that 13-piece stamp set or $6.95. Next up, the 8-piece stamp set as far as the peacock is concerned. Again, we saw that just a few moments ago. That one you can see in the corner there, that stamp, how gorgeous was that when Debbie stamped that out? And then that beautiful peacock again, which we saw Debbie colouring in a little bit earlier on. That all comes with that stamp set. Again, for $4.99 or $6.95. Amazing. And then next up, wow, I mean, this is the thing. You might be looking at this again, well, I don't know which ones to choose. Just go for the bundle. Seriously, if you can stretch to it, it's such a good deal. This is the Stamp and Die Proud as a Peacock. So again, you've got all of the individual elements there to be able to stamp out the feathers and the peacock itself and then build your own peacock. There's a sentence I don't think I'd ever say. For $9.99 or $12.95. And then we come down to your embossing folders. So we've got the 6x6 plumage panel, which is $5.99 or $9.95. And then I think this one is my fave, the 3D Regal Peacock. I mean, if you're looking for real depth of emboss, this is one to go for. It's the 5x7 Regal Peacock, $6.99 or $9.95. Without doubt, if you're talking about individual items which are selling fast, this is the most popular. And are we surprised? I don't think we are really, are we? This is the 12x12 paper pad. It's 48 sheets, and what you get with this, of course, is you get your 36 double-sided printed papers, plus you get your 12 sheets of vellum as well. And again, I think it's all important just to give you a bit of an idea as to the gorgeousness. Is that a word? It is now. The gorgeousness of this pad. It's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. And we can see all of this wonderful vellum you're going to get, and then all of the designs. And as we said, you've got the kind of block color on the back, the beautiful pattern front, and you get 3 of each. So it may well be that you think to yourself, do you know what? I'm going to have to get this a couple of times over, because you're going to use this time and time and time again. The beautiful foiling in there, that script is lush. Take a look at that. Beautiful artwork on your peacock. Where's my fave? There it is. That's my favorite. Look at that. The fanning peacock feathers there. Look at the foiling on the eye of the feather there. It is just majestical, isn't it? So many great words that you can use to describe this collection. Again, beautiful foiling here on the peacock feathers. And then there's Debbie's favourite. Boom. Look at that. Are you kidding me? This is so gorgeous. Again, you're going to get all these beautiful sheets with all this gorgeous artwork and foiling on as well for $19.99 or $24.95. Add more than one of these into your basket, because you will use this time and time and time again. But listen, if you love it all and you're thinking, well, I can't choose, Ben. I've got to go for it. Go for the main collection, because that's where you get the lot. 50 elements, you get the paper pad, you get the embossing folders, you get the dies, you get the stamps. We're also going to throw in your tape pen as well. For £82 or $105, that is an unbelievable price. And over half the stock has gone. I'm going to go and get me coat on in just a second, so I just want to ask the questions that we've got to Debbie. But whilst I do that, it's time to take a look at Peacock Cam. So Anna has sent a picture. Here you go. Right, so you guys were laughing at me a minute ago. Anna has sent in a picture of a peacock, and if you're thinking, oh, is that a peacock off a farm, or is it running what? No, that is Anna's daughter's pet peacock.
A pet peacock?
Yep.
Wow, how beautiful is he? He is absolutely gorgeous. And can I just say, I'm a little bit green with envy, Ben.
Yeah.
That is absolutely beautiful. Has he a name?
I don't know.
We need to know his name, Hannah.
Yes.
He's beautiful. Look at his gorgeous feathers. I mean, they are a real regal, majestic animal, aren't they? They're absolutely beautiful, really beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous. We love that. We love that. Send in. What does a peacock eat as well? Was he peanuts? Don't just well, peanuts. Obviously. Don't know the answer to that. I guess it's kind of like seeds and stuff, is it? Kind of thing. One thing I can tell you that a group. Didn't the thing.
Ben, you've had to change your clothes.
I know. That's Dr. Ben. Sorry. A group of peacocks is called an ostentation or a muster.
Is it a pride as well, or have I got that wrong?
That's lions.
Oh, right, okay.
And also, in medieval times, sorry, just before we get to the questions, in medieval times, peacocks were considered a delicacy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, back in medieval times, they used to have shops, KFP.
Get away. Are you winding me up again?
I'm winding you up on that bit. Right.
Ben, that did sound like a human dustbin.
Right, you ready for a few questions?
Go on, fire away.
Okay, this one's this is maths, this one.
Oh, no.
What is the square root? No. Akina on Facebook says, she says, hey, how can I calculate how big my box should be?
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
It has to fit a card of 15 centimetres by 15 centimetres, and it has to be 4 centimetres high. You once showed this on a movie, but I can't find it again. Thank you.
Right, so I think you're meaning on a Facebook Live that I did, because I've been asked this question loads about how you make the size of the box to fit your card. Obviously, we've got the envelope box that has printed size cards that you can make envelopes for, make into an envelope. It's an enveloper.
Yeah.
It's an envelope box, sorry. But when you're making boxes with your Scoremaster or your big score, I always look at my card. If my card's 15, did you say 15 by 15?
15 by 15, yeah.
So if it was 15 by 15, I would leave a little bit of, side for it to move around in, because you don't want it being really tight into your box. So I would probably, did that sound right, Ben? Right, so yeah, so rather than it being a tight fit into the box, you're just going to, oh God, I wish I just got train of thought, Deb's train of thought. Right, little bit wider, so maybe 18 centimetres on either side. And then you said you wanted it 4 centimetres wide? I work in inches.
Yeah.
I work in inches, so I'm trying to gather, but I'll just give you a quick explanation.
Wow.
So if you think about this, so you take your 80, in fact, let's round it up to 20. 20. So you know that's where you need to start with your 20 centimetres. However, you're adding your 4 on for your lips around both sides. So you've got your 4 centimetres, your 4 centimetres, your 4 centimetres and your 4 centimetres. I hope this makes sense.
Yes, I think so.
Maths is not my strong point. So all I'm saying is, bearing in mind, you want the width, 4 centimetres. Bearing in mind, you've got a 15 by 15 card that you want a bit of gap. Depending on how much gap, I'm taking 5 centimetres because it's not very big, 5 centimetres. So you're adding that on as well. So you've got your 4, your 5, your 15, and then you've got your other, hang on a minute, I said your maths work, what am I? Another 4 on this side as well. What you're going to do then is add those numbers up, cut 2 pieces of card the exact same size, use your score master or your big score, and then you're going to follow the instructions on the box lid, the box base, and you'll get your box perfect. I hope that made sense. Do you know if I'd have done it in inches, Ben, I'd have been fine with this. I'd have been fine. Okay. But literally with the centimetres, that's all you need to bear in mind. So get a piece of paper, scribble those numbers down, add them up. That's where you'll need to take your 2 pieces of cardstock from. I'm not going to complicate it, Ben, because you could complicate it if you wanted a wide bottom and a little top, or the other way around. I'm not going to complicate it. Just get the basics right. You can play around with the rest later on. 3
really quick ones here, because that was thorough, very thorough. This is a quick one, and Kathy says, "Is this the same set that we saw on HSN?" Yes, it is. Sarah on YouTube says, "After you emboss once, do you re-ink if you want to re-emboss, or do you just dip it in the embossing powder?"
Aha, good question. Who was that who asked that one?
That was from Sarah Lozano.
Beautiful name, Sarah.
Yeah,
right, so first of all, do it with your inks, add your clear embossing powder. If you want to add another layer, you don't need to ink again. You just take your heat gun and heat it up slightly. Don't go mad. You don't want to burn it. Just heat over it slightly. So run across it again, then dip it in again, and then heat it up to heat set it. And if you want to keep repeating that, you can do that. It's called double embossing, triple embossing. That's what you can do. So you can go 2, 3, 4 times depending on how you want to do that. So that's a very good question. No, you don't need to re-ink it. You just need to heat it up to let the clear embossing powder stick to it again. Because by heating it up, it activates it again to get that stickiness. Hope that made sense.
One final question. What Shannon H says, "Uh-oh, it's Dr. Ben." What does that mean? Is that a good uh-oh, or is that uh-oh? The question here is from, this might be one that you have to come back to later, but Julie Thomas on Facebook says, "Hi Ben, Debbie showed a wonderful gift bag example on CNC yesterday. Any chance we could have the measurements on the site, please?"
Right, so I know exactly what you're talking about. It wasn't one of mine, unfortunately. It was one of our lovely design team members called Mary Kelly. Now, Mary, if you're watching, I have had so many comments about that gift bag you would not believe. Personal messages come through and things like that. Now, I didn't make it, so I can't work out. I didn't do those measurements. Mary, if you're watching, can you go onto the groups, and I will message you later just in case she's not watching right now. Go on to our I'm a Crafter's Companion group and post your measurements for that beautiful big gift bag that you did. It knocked Lauren's socks off. She absolutely loved it because those papers are absolutely stunning. So if you can go on there, Mary, to share your beautiful creation with all our lovely viewers, we'd be ever so grateful. And if you're not watching, Mary, I'm coming for you. I'll be messaging you later.
Whoa! Just to say as well, thanks Dr. Ben. That was great. One thing Dr. Ben didn't mention, with the bundle which was on HSN didn't include the tape pen, which is what you get with our collection. So that is the point of difference, in case you were wondering about this collection. But boy, oh boy, what a collection, isn't it? It's amazing, and well over half the stock is now gone. It's such a lovely, lovely collection, and it is time to go back across to that side of studio and see another demo with our Debbie.
Yeah, because I'm building up here, Ben. Don't know if you've noticed, creating a bit of tension.
Yeah,
because we're gonna. Do you know the last demo I'm doing is the light box.
Yes.
So if you want to watch, keep tuned because I'll show you how easy they are to make. But literally, this now I'm going to show you how to use that beautiful die set, which is the Proud of the Peacock, where you build him up. But also, let's have a look in the background.
Oh,
one of my favourite embossing folders ever.
Is that the 3D one?
It's the 3D Peacock, isn't he glorious?
That's
He's
lush.
Absolutely beautiful. And we're not even talking about the 2D standard one yet. We've not even touched on that one.
No.
But I just thought I'm going to show you this gorgeous 3D one and how easy this is to create some really beautiful features with it. So 3D embossing folder, white stamping card, and we're just going to place it inside there. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this, Ben. You could actually ink it up first if you wanted to, and then emboss it. However, I'm going to do it the other way around. So, piece of white cardstock. Let me make sure I've got that in the middle because I tend to cut these down to size. This is a 5x7 embossing folder, but I tend to just cut down slightly less. So whenever I'm measuring it, I do 4 3/4, by 6 3/4, and it fits neatly into that 5 by 7 embossing folder. So I'll just pop that into there. Now, 3D embossing folders, the combination, so important that you get this right, because the one thing I get asked time and time again.
I was just about to ask you the question, is it different to a normal embossing folder?
It is.
Yes.
So your standard embossing folder that comes with the collection, 2 cutting plates, that's it, nothing else. With a 3D, it's made of a slightly thicker plastic, and that's the only reason is because you've got that extra 3D sculpture to go through.
I love your hand gestures. 3D.
I'm so sorry. I'm like this. It's like but then just I feel like a bit of steps there, deeper shade of blue. Oh, I can't get tickets, Ben. I'm distraught. That's another thing. That's another discussion for another time in between.
Our US viewers, in case you're wondering, Steps was a big band back in the 90s, early noughties. Yeah, Steps. Yep. And they used to have songs where they do all the actions. They've
had more reunions and more comebacks than any group I've ever known. But honestly, they're absolutely fabulous. And Claire, what a voice, incredible. Right, let's talk about that combination. So I pretend I am her sometimes, that's it. When I'm in car on my own. Derek, if you're watching, he'll know what I mean. We talk about this all the time because we both love Steps. Honestly.
Can I just say very quickly, once upon a time when I used to work at the holiday parks, I was a red coat.
No, you weren't.
I was. And I think it was the second year I was there, they opened up the Red Coat Academy, from which I graduated. And guess who gave me my graduation certificate? H from Steps.
You lucky thing, you.
Hey.
I have met them before, Ben. Yeah. I have met them before.
Yeah.
So yes, but I wanted to go to the reunion concert, but that's a sore point. We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Back to the 3D embossing folder combination. 1 cutting plate, folder with your chosen cardstock inside there, magnetic shim, plastic shim, and that's it. There's no other combination when it comes to your 3D embossing folder. So you're going to feed that through, okay? And then we're going to do the inking after. So you can do the inking before, then emboss, and then if you want to run things like gilding wax over the top, that would look incredible.
Ooh, lovely.
In fact, talking of gilding wax, I think I might actually use a bit on this.
Got some on the show as well if you want to grab it.
Have we really?
I think we have, yeah. I'm sure we have. I might have just made that up, but I'm pretty sure we have.
Oh, and honestly, this is the most amazing. And I've done it in white, and I know it might be a bit difficult to see it in the white at the minute.
However, no,
can you see that embossing?
Yeah.
Can you see the 3D features? They're just exquisite. I'm trying to go, let's see if I...
There
we go. Lean it forwards, Debs, lean it forwards. But you can see just how beautiful it is. But honestly, when you start to add your inks, Ben, this is when it comes to life. So for this particular one that I'm doing, I am using our water reactive inks. I'm going in with a little bit of lemon tonic, and I'm literally... Lemon tonic that you've caught with your parakeet, Debbie. Oh dear, what am I
You caught it on your what?
Parakeet. I've got parakeet next to me. I've got lemon tonic, parakeet, pale fig, and pink tulip. But there's loads of colours that you can choose to recreate this. It really is. I'm just going for bright. I think I feel a little bit bright and beautiful with this one. So again, I'm going to take in, let's go a bit parakeet this time. Let's take him in. And parakeet, when you add it with your yellow, you'll get that lovely shade of...
Can I... Go on.
Go on, what are you going to say, Ben?
Question. This is just a question for me. No one's asked this. So you're using your little your dauber. Your dauber. It's rectangular, isn't it?
It is. This is the rectangular one.
What's the difference between using that and the circular one?
Well, we say rectangular. That one is called the square. Would you believe, Ben?
Yeah.
I know you probably think we're mad.
Not square, that
is. Debs. Hang on a minute. There is the round one. Can you see the difference? The surface area. So it's a small circular one, but a larger one. So when you're doing things like 3D embossing and you're wanting to add larger surface, cover a larger surface, I always use my large one. So, but there's nothing to stop you from using this one. And just to mix it up a little bit more, stay there, Ben.
Yeah.
No, it's Ben, Daniel, because it's Daniel doing it. I'm thinking you're cameraman now.
I thought you were worrying that I was going home. What's that one then?
This one is the latex spongy.
Oh, okay.
Rather mucky looking one at the moment. Probably put my inky fingers on there. But you'll get the same desired effect. It's just a case of what you particularly like to use more of. And again, you'll see different demonstrators use different ones. So again, I'm going to go in with different colours here. Let's go in with a bit of... Oh, have I dried up? Hang on a minute. I think my pale fig's a bit dry.
Just whilst you're grabbing some, Shannon on Facebook says, how many embossing folders come with the Peacock collection? You get 2, of course. You get your 6x6, and you get your 5x7 3D folder as well, which is the one that we're using currently. So those 2 come with the collection. You can buy them individually if you like. And Jodie says, why do you use the magnetic plate with the embossing folder?
with a 3D embossing folder. It's just a different shims. I want you to think about, we talk about our, I'm just off-piste a little bit here, but we talk about the magnetic and the plastic and the embossing mat, but they're all a different thickness, so they all play a different part. The metal shim does as well, and it's down to that, working out the combination. So although we use the magnetic shim in there, it's because of the thickness works perfectly with our 3D technology in our embossing folders. So I hope that helped a little bit.
Lovely.
And wondering why we do use that, but that's a good question as well, because we tell people this, but then it's like, it's one of those things when you if you don't know why and the reason behind it, you then start to think, well, why have I got to use that? I'm just going to tweak it up. I'm just going to use my two cutting plates. That's what works. But no, you need to change up that shim to create the right depth, the right plate combination. Look how beautiful he's looking.
Those colours are lush.
The colours are absolutely
that.
lush, aren't they? And I think I just want to go back in with a bit more parakeets, because I want a little bit of a parakeet bit over his head, just over his head there. Oh, just look how beautiful he's looking. And I'm going to mix up that equation straight away. Let me pop all my inks back on there. Although I'm going to put my pale fig to one side, because I think that ink pad has done its job. It's been working really hard for the last 2 years in the room. I think we've got his pennies worth out of it. Let's just say, I think we're going to retire him off, push him to one side and get a new one. But what I'm just going to add now is a touch of gilding wax. So let's have a look. Let's go for, now, have we got any colours in particular that we've got on the show?
We've got them all in stock, yeah?
Oh, absolutely fabulous. So I'm going in with my favourite then. Let me go back.
Which is your fave?
King Gold. I'm going with my King Gold.
Here it all is, look. There you go, on your screen now. So your 5-piece collection, which comes with your King Gold. It comes with your Antique Gold, your Renaissance, and your Silver. So you get all of those. For just $47.96. It's a 20% saving, $67.96 as well if you're watching us in the States. So a really good buy. And the thing that I've learned about these as well, because if you're thinking to yourself, well, a 30 mil tub, it's not a lot. It lasts ages. Was it you who was saying, or someone was saying recently, that they've had theirs for like...
it was me, Ben.
2 years. Was it you who've had yours for
four years?
Yeah,
I've had mine for 4 years, and they're still going strong. And can I tell you, when I used to take classes, I used to take my own in and let them use mine ones as well.
Well, and those are the ones that have been using, you still been there for 4 years?
Now this is the studio one, so this studio one, but the ones that I've got at home that I take with me to the studios and places like that are still going strong. And I use our gilding wax a lot, because look at that beautiful effect. It's just giving it this lovely sheen on there. Can I show you? Can you see that now?
Yeah.
And I haven't been, again, this is another question we get asked a lot of. Do you use it thickly or do you use it sparingly? The choice is your choice. It's if you want to go just glisten over the top and catch it, go lightly. If you want to create something a bit more stunning and a bit more striking, like this one in particular, put more down. Our Leanne always said to me, why do you always go on light, Debbie? Why don't you get it, why don't you give it some welly and put lots down? And you know what? I listened to her advice. She's a very wise woman, is our Leanne. But I do listen to her, and I actually like the more effect on there.
But at least if you go on light to start with, then you can
Yes,
decide,
you can build it up.
Exactly.
Absolutely. Now, I've just gone over the embossed detail of that beautiful peacock. Do you know what else you could do with this embossing folder? You could take your metallic pens. You could emboss this in black and take your metallic pens. We've got a gorgeous sample that one of our design team did. I think it was Julie that did it, and it's down at Create and Craft at the moment, and it's stunning. It's made in black cardstock, and it's been picked out with metallic pens and metallic inks. And it looks incredible because there's so much detail on this. This is actually becoming one of my more favourite. I don't think anything's ever going to replace my country garden, Ben. Let's just get that straight.
But this is up there.
So this is up there. This is up there. So I'm just going to literally take a wipe now, clean up my mats and clean up my fingers before I move on to the next part, because I've got this ready now, and I'm just going to give it a little, coating with a frame with a bit of matte and layering, and I'm going to use my all-purpose colour glue again.
Your wiggle glue.
Me wiggly glue, yeah, me wiggle jiggle glue, or me jiggly wiggly glue. we're just going to pop that down and frame that, and that's going to be our backdrop piece. And I just think that is absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love this embossing folder. It is
really
absolutely stunning.
The combination of the
colours
as well.
Centralise that. Now, I'm going to leave that to dry for a second because we're going to move on to the next feature, which is this beautiful die set. And I love this, proud as a peacock. And it comes to you in a set of stamps and a set of matching dies that fit over all of these. This is when you can really play and go to town. So that beautiful sample is actually here in the building with us, because that's what's on the front packet there.
Yeah.
And you can see how big you can go with these. Now, I think you've got the sample with the smaller one, Ben. It's a little small peacock. Not as proud, not as well feathery, but literally this one has got lots and lots of feathers, all beautifully spread out there.
I've got a big one.
Have you got a big one?
I've
got you had a small one, Ben.
I got a small one. I got a small. Do you mean that small one?
That's the one.
That's the one.
That's the
one. But then I have got as well a big one.
You've got a big one to. Oh,
yeah! Look at that.
How gorgeous are these?
And also, by the way, just very quickly, I've got this one too. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love something a bit different, and that is beautifully done, because rather than adding colour, what that's being done is it's being stamped using white embossing powder. So each individual, whoever had patience of a saint to do that one, let me just tell you.
It was
each one.
Kerry B.
Kerry Barnum, I know she is a lovely, one of our design team members again, absolutely fabulous. But she's painstakingly done every single one heat embossed. Incredible, absolutely fabulous. So I have got my stamping platform again. I've put some feathers on there already. Now I'm going to speed this up a little bit again, because you don't want to see me colouring or anything like that. Or maybe you do, but we just don't have the time, unfortunately. And I want to get my light box in.
Oh yeah, you got to do that.
Absolutely, I do. But all you're going to do again is just literally take your chosen ink, and it depends now what you're colouring in with. Again, if you're colouring in with alcohol markers, alcohol proof. If you're colouring in with any aqua water-based product, then you're going to use the Harmony Finesse waterproof one. But all you're going to do is stamp. And that's all you do. And you're just going to repeat that. Now, you perhaps don't want to repeat this one here, but you're going to repeat your feathers. And I'll just show you what I mean, Ben. So when I bring this in, you can see now, I went to town a little bit on this one.
You did? Wow.
Lots and lots and lots and lots of feathers, because I want to really build him up. Shall I show you? Shall I fast forward the rest of it, Ben? Oh, I'm dropping my feathers. Hang on a minute. Oh, keep still, Debs, keep still. Let me just grab that one. Talk to myself again.
Oh, wow.
But let's substitute this one. And I've already put them on a little bit of a sticky thing, but they're all coloured in. So I've got loads of feathers on there, and my lovely little bird. Well,
he's looking a little bit bare.
My little peacock. He looks like he's been plucked.
He does, doesn't he?
We don't want a plucked peacock.
No.
We want a lovely, great big. No, exactly. Now, Debbie, what did you do? There it is. Nesting dies. Don't forget that show on Monday. These are some from our traditional nesting dies that we've had, which is the torn, and I've just torn. I haven't really, Ben, I've used a die. I've just got the torn circle, and I've also got that torn inner circle as well, because this is where I'm going to build up my peacock.
Okay.
However, I need some 3D colour glue. Me chunky glue. Need a bit of chunky glue, Ben. Now, to create this, you're going to have to build it in layers. So I'm going to go in with the larger feathers, and when you think about this, and before we actually commit to putting them down, I'm going to get all my big feathers. I'm going to place them just into place. Now, depending on how many you want on there, Ben, well, he has a lot, doesn't he? So let's go really big.
Do you know what as well though? I can tell that the peacock that you're building here is over the age of 3.
How do you know that?
Because males don't grow their feathers until that age. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, apparently so. A top fact there for you.
And they also, where do you get all these facts from?
Peacock.com. And also, apparently, they shed their train every year after mating season, so they get brand new, feathers apparently each year to impress. And here's one for you. Question for everyone: peacocks, can they fly or not?
Oh, now then, is this a knot? I don't think they do fly, do they? Or can they fly?
They can fly.
Can they really?
Yeah, apparently, because a lot of people think they can't fly because they've got the long feathers, haven't they? But apparently, they are birds that can fly. So there you go. All these facts, all these facts. So not only
these
can you
facts
make these
are fascinating.
cards,
These facts are fascinating. Did you hear Dan?
What Dan saying you don't get this with Joe,
Dan?
did he say?
Don't get this with Joe. What is he like? I don't know how he dare. Our Joe won't be. Our Joe.
he just said, well, some people are more intellectual like our Ben. I'm loving Director Daniel more and more with each and every day we work together. Hey. Dear. No, not our favourites. Not our favourites.
What do you mean you're not allowed favourites? I thought I were your favourite, Ben.
You are my favourite.
I'm crushed. I'm crushed.
You are my absolute. You're my number one.
If I catch you with Fiona later, tomorrow, there's gonna be trouble, Ben. There's gonna be trouble.
Wow. Oh dear. I was getting in trouble with Leanne yesterday. She said she was going to take me to, what did she call it? Leanne's court. Leanne's court of law.
No one ever wants to go there.
She was
Ben,
wagging
I've been
her
there
finger at me.
myself.
Oh, have you?
I have.
Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
What was that all about?
No,
not a story for today.
No, do you know what though? She's so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
She is, honestly, she's the oracle of Crafter's Companion. And there's a reason why, isn't there, Ben? Because she makes everything. It all comes from Leanne and her team. She is the oracle, and she is the person we go to, and she's the person I admire so much because she is so uber talented as well. She really is. She's very funny, and she's now in the same club that I'm in. Yeah. The Nanan Club.
Oh, yes.
The Nanan Club.
The Nanan Club.
Dan. Jared, that little Dan, he's going to fall out with him. I'm going to fall out with him.
Isn't he?
However, look at me Peacock.
Yes.
Look at me Peacock. And I could add more in there, Ben. I could pop a few more in. A pew? What's a pew? I could pop a few more in there. However, I'm really quite impressed with that. In fact, I'm more than impressed. I love me Peacock. So shall we put the card together, Ben?
Please do.
I keep remembering how much time.
Not much time. Can I just ask you one question very quickly before I forget?
You can ask away.
Just coming from Aid on YouTube. Does the gilding wax rub off later?
No.
Once
it's on, it's staying. It's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Not going anywhere. So you'll be safe in the knowledge once you've put it on, it's not going to come off. And
Roberta asks, which gilding wax is the 18 karat gold colour?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
That is a good question.
That's a good one.
It's going to be just the gold one, isn't it?
Well, you see, there's no such thing as gold. I've just got to correct you. This is Debbie's law.
Oh.
Because there's 5 colours: silver, Empire gold, Renaissance gold,
and there's just
King
a gold,
and antique.
Oh, but I thought there was one just called gold. We have got one just called gold.
No, it's not just called gold. There's a little bit of a sore point there. I'm not going to go into it, but it's definitely not just called gold.
No, hang on a minute.
I promise you.
So hang on. So we've got King gold, antique gold.
Yep.
Then I've got Renaissance silver and gold.
No. There are honestly, I can prove and promise. It's one of those. I don't know why we've called it gold, but it is honestly. There are the 4 golds: Empire, King, Antique, Renaissance. Right. 4 golds, 1 silver. And I only know this for a fact because obviously I worked in the store for a very long time.
So it's Empire,
and it's probably Empire that you're thinking of if it hasn't got that name.
But
there we go, Ben. While I were in the law of Debbie.
Get in trouble with everyone.
There you go. No, Ben, you would never, ever, ever be in my bad books, Ben, because I love you too much.
Oh,
there we go. There you can see, am I beautiful, proud of that big, beautiful, proud peacock with that embossing folder. Fabulous.
Just gorgeous. Do you know what? The demos are amazing today that Debbie's bringing to us. I just want to show you this paper pad once again. Don't forget, you get all of this beautiful vellum in here as well. It's stunning. I just can't. It's so beautiful and delicate. I just want you to see the colours that you've got in there. It's gorgeous. And then, of course, as well as the vellum that you've got in here, then we can show you all of the beautiful designs of the paper that you've got in there too, with the foiling flex on there. I mean, look at this. It is absolutely just trying to catch the light on that foiling for you. There you go. Look at that. Then you've got even more beautiful artwork. There's so much that you can do with these, and the fact that you get 3 sheets of each, then you can choose whether you go for the pattern side or whether you go for the block colours on the back. I would, as we've been talking about through the whole show, and I know loads of you are, I would go for more than one of these, because you're going to be using these time and time and time again. And for $19.99 or $24.95, I mean, look at that. That's worth the admission price alone, isn't it? Gorgeous. Add more of these into your basket, because you get one with your bundle, but go for more. This is your consumable. This is what you'll want. What did we say? Get one to use, one to look at, one to sniff, and one to just, I don't know, flick through. It's lush, isn't it? 48 sheets in there, $19.99 or $24.95 for that collection. As we've set for the pad, I should say, the collection obviously you can get, and you can also go for the individuals as well if you want to be able to do that. But the main value for money is right there, £82 or $105, and you get the lot, as we said. I mean, so much in here. Embossing folders. You're going to get your plumage panel. You're going to get your 3D Regal Peacock. You're going to get your Words of Inspiration stamp collection. You're going to get your Proud as a Peacock stamp and die set. You're going to get your Pretty Plumage stamp, which is gorgeous. You're going to get that feathered corner die. You're going to get your Peacock Plumage dies, the Proud Peacock beautiful die, and then of course that flourishing frame, which is just a great way to really help your project stand out. And as you've seen and heard over the course of the last hour and 45 minutes or so, you can use these with lots of other bits and pieces that you've got in your collections and in your craft room as well. Lovely messages coming in. Thank you for all of these today. Joe's on Facebook says, loving the show today. Love Debbie's top, and the collection is amazing, and the inspiration that you both give. Just had CC communication of a delivery due any minute. Well, that's really exciting, isn't it? Teresa on Facebook says, Ben, I'm loving these peacock facts. Well, you are more than welcome. And Karen says, after mating season, I take up peacock feathers like I take up leaves in the fall. Oh yeah, because Karen's got a white peacock. Karen, can you look, we've got 15 minutes. Can you send a picture of your white peacock, please? Because we've seen one peacock, which I think was Anna's peacock earlier on. Did we get a name for Anna's peacock? No, she hasn't sent it in yet. Anna, what's the name of your peacock? And Karen, please can you send in a picture of your white peacock and the name of it, please? Down here, studio@crafterscompanion.co.uk, and we'll show those before the end of the show. How exciting. And listen, if you've loved the demos so far, get ready for the pièce de résistance, the grand finale. Here she is, the one and only Debbie Robinson with her Lightbox demo.
Yay! We've been building up to this all the way through, but I love making light boxes. You can make them for feature elements in the middle of your tables.
Yeah.
Honestly, you can make them for anything, and even as a card, a light up card would look exquisite. But I've done this as a lovely light up box, and again, I'll show you how easy this is to make. So, for me personally, it's down to you what colours you want to choose. So you could do this in white coloured cardstock, you can do it in Centura Pearl. I've chosen black for this. But what you need to remember is it's 2 panels. So 2 panels of this you're going to use, and we're going to use the most amazing die. And I love this one because it's so versatile, and so many times you're going to be able to use this in things outside of the Peacock collection, which is that beautiful flourishing frame die. Absolutely love it. So with that said, Ben, what we're going to do is we're going to start with 2 pieces of cardstock that are measured at, get your pens and papers, pens and paper, pencils and paper. You want 10 inches by 8 1/4. Okay, so 10 inches by 8 1/4 inches, and I'm doing it in inches. I apologise, but I'm not a centimetres kind of girl, unless I have to absolutely do that. But you can work it out. Just turn, especially if you've got a Scoremaster. However, saying that, you're going to need a good scoreboard. Scoremaster is probably the one that I would recommend, or the Big Score. So 2 pieces of that, and then you're going to do some measurements. So I'm just going to explain where you do your scoring. So if I may, and I'm just going to bring in my scoring board just to show you. Your 10 by 8 1/4 times 2 panels. That's what you need.
Right.
What you're going to do then is you're going to score at the first line, top to bottom, and I'm just going to show you here. Top to bottom is at 1/2 inch. Okay, so that's going to create your first tab. The second one you've got, and I'm just going to pop that on there to show you. So your next one that you're going to score at. Let me just make sure I've got this right, because I want to give you the correct measurement. So if I just pop that down there for a second. So the next one that you're going to score at is at 2 1/2 inches. So you've got 1/2 inch, 2 1/2 inches. So if you're going to use your scoreboard, that's what you would take, okay? The next, what you're going to do is just turn it. So if I just explain there, you're going to turn it landscape, and you're going to score at 2 inches, okay? This is going to create the folding elements, that what I call the flaps. However, you need to do a little bit of neat housekeeping here. So you're going to take up that 1/2 inch, take your scissors, cut away, and then just give it a little slight angle, and a little slight angle at the very top, okay? The next one is the scissors go at where that next fold is, and you're going to take it up to that first score line. So you can see now you've created and it's literally 2 flaps. And there's a reason, Ben, it's because when you bring this together,
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see there better.
Yes.
There, yeah, it folds that box element in. So that's the measurements of those panels, and you'll do that twice, okay? Next thing is you want your flourishing
It's not easy to say, is it?
flourishing frame. And you're only going to use one element. There's 2 parts to this die. This cuts out a beautiful frame when you use both together, but I want to create what stays within the cardstock. So I'm just going to turn that over for a second, Ben, and all we're going to do now is place it on, and you centralize it. And if I just hold that up there for a second, I'll just quickly fold over my panels so that you can see how you centralize that. So that's a bit more better visualizing that you've got, and you're going to run this through now your machine. So again, I'm just going to hold it into place. And how are we doing for time, Johnny? Are we all right for me to
we've
run
got
it
about
through?
10 minutes.
Fabulous.
All right.
So I'll run it through. Oh, Ben, that was a bit bossy.
What?
You said come on.
Who?
You.
Did I?
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't say
sure
come
you
on.
said come on. I was like, oh, is it got a little bit bossy, or I'm hearing things?
I don't think I said that.
Maybe they were saying it in my ear, Ben.
Oh.
Maybe they were saying it in my ear.
I think I said you got about 10 minutes.
Oh, bless you.
Did I say then come on? I might have said come on, actually. You got 10 minutes, come on!
Come on,
get on with it!
So you're just going to run it through with your thin metal die combination plate, which is, I always face mine down onto my cutting plate, then your plastic shim, and then your magnetic shim, and then your other cutting plate on the top.
Just for those of you that were wondering, Anna's daughter's Peacock that we showed earlier on, he's called Pete. Of course, Pete the Peacock, but Pete the Peacock, whoa, you are in the bad books.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yep. Pete has been pulling out all the new plants. So,
no.
Pete is being a very naughty peacock. Pete the Peacock sleeps on the porch roof, apparently, as well, which is not a good thing. So apparently he turned up one day and just made their home his own. So Pete the Peacock, there you go.
That is just so sweet.
Pete the
Why
Peacock.
can't Pete the Peacock? Can't he have homed himself down to Barnsley? I'd have loved it if he would have done. I'd have had him in my garden. I'd have looked after him for him.
Probably a long way for him to fly, isn't it, Pete the Peacock?
Well, yes, exactly. Now then, you can see what this has done. If we just take that overhead for a second, and I'm just going to poke out all the rest of the pieces. All right, so you can see now, let's just pop that there. Oh, come on, out you go. But look how beautiful that frame is, Ben.
Gorgeous, isn't it?
Honestly,
Detail.
it's absolutely beautiful. The detail is absolutely fabulous. Now, you're going to repeat that the second time. So when you've taken your second one, you've got 2 that are exactly the same now, and exactly the same score lines and same score marks. However, we need to do something else, Ben. Now, I'm not going to stamp this bit again because you've already seen me do this stamp, but I'm just going to take some of that gorgeous vellum.
Oh, yes.
And I've used that beautiful peacock that I did in that earlier demonstration when I coloured it. And all I've done with this, Ben, is, and you can see that gorgeous gloss, I stamped him with Midnight Opaque ink. So it's the Midnight Opaque ink, and then you put your clear embossing powder over the top and heat set it. And that's exactly what I've done with both of these. Now, I deliberately chose the green and the purple to create a little bit more extra colour, depth and dimension. And I think these work beautifully with the papers and also when it lights up as well. But you could do it onto acetate, heat resistant acetate, and have a clear light up box if you want, but vellum just gives it that little subtleness. So I'm just going to mount this now onto the back. Before I actually stick the box together, what we're going to do is we're going to frame the peacock in the middle there. So I'm just going to use my tape pen. Again, choice of glues, Ben, it's entirely up to you if you want to use red liner tape.
Well, you get your tape pen with the collection as well, don't forget.
Well, exactly.
So, that's always quite handy. Shannon loving that, apparently, loving the fact that the tape pen comes with the collection. And Crafty Scientist on YouTube saying these products are simply amazing. And aren't the demos amazing as well? I mean, this is just brilliant. You showed us some really fab demos today to show us the versatility of this.
Thank you very
set.
much, Ben.
It's so versatile though, isn't it?
It really is. So that's one piece on, and I'm going to repeat exactly the same. So I'm going to take it, and I'm remembering that I want the shiny side to face, so that is why I'm gluing on top of the acetate on the same side, because when you run that down, and I do love our glue, it is ultra strong. You know you're not going to, what I would say, little top tip, don't use tacky glue on vellum because it bubbles it. So I would not use a wet glue or a tacky glue. I would use your tape pen or tape liner, red liner tape as well, just to stop the bubbling. But now you can see how that's come through. How I got glue on the outside then. There we go. So you can see now that is beautifully framed in there. And what we need to do is just put this together. So again, this is when your tape pen is going to come in handy. However, when you look at this now, if I just hold this back for a second, what you want to remember is that the flap, this little first flap that folds over, needs to go to the straight edge, okay? So you're going to do exactly the same. Take your tape pen or your chosen glue again, run that all the way down, and then we're just going to make sure that that stays nice and flush. So when I say flush, line it up, stick it down, and you should just turn it over the other way so you can see it. See that it lines up perfectly. That's absolutely fab. Let me get rid of that one just a minute. There we go. So that is that part done. And what you can see now is that the base is there. However, while I've got it nice and flat, another little top tip that our Jan told me, always decorate your boxes, your panels, while it's flat. It's a bit easier.
Oh, good idea.
So that was a little top tip from our Jan. And I've taken some of those beautiful, beautiful panels, again, that beautiful paper, and created myself my little panels. And I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. I'm going to place that panel down in before I glue the other flap down. Let's just put that down. Come on, Debbie, don't run out on me now. Although I have literally just half hinged one out of the studio. What am I like? I don't know. But then lastly, what I'm going to do is, I think I've got some glue on my thing. It keeps sticking, Ben. I think that's my problem. I need to clean it up. But I'm just going to put now some tape on this side. This is the last flap. So you can see that flap bends over, and that is now going to marry up to this other flat side. Now the easiest way to do it is to fold your flap down, and I'll try and demonstrate it this way. Fold that flap down and keep it nice and flush, and it's probably the easiest way I can tell you how to get that lovely neat finish, okay? And then now you can see I've got the bases all ready. I just need to take these down, and again, I would literally use your tape pen. That tape pen's there for a reason, so I'm going to pop that one down and that one over the top, that one down over the top, and then nice and neat, so it keeps a nice neat bottom. We like a nice neat bottom.
Oh, don't we like a nice neat bottom?
Absolutely, we like a nice neat bottom. We'll have a neat bottom.
What lights do you put in there then?
LED lights. Now, I'm not sure. Do we have any on our website, Johnny?
We're going to have a little look.
Go and I'm not sure if we do or not, but if we don't, there are plenty of places that do them. And you can pick them up quite cheap as chips. I know a famous search engine, internet place.
We haven't got any currently, so
am I allowed to mention, or maybe the
what one?
The E thingy. The E thingy.
What are you talking about?
eBay. Ben, trying to make me say it.
What?
eBay. Okay, eBay. There we go. And literally, all you're going to do.
I thought you were going to go.
And do you know what? You can pick them up from. Craft shops, eBay, and all.
eBay gum. I thought you were going to say.
eBay gum. eBay gum, making me walk into that one.
The Yorkshire version of it. eBay gum.
But you can get them, and you can get them in colours as well. So when you light it up, they light up, and then you're just going to drop that in there to create that beautiful light feature. And you can attach it as well into places if you want to get your lights in certain areas, but I'm just going to pop that in there, and you can see I wish we could do that dark piece, but I just think absolutely fabulous how that looks. It looks incredible. And again, a nice centerpiece. I hope you're going to remember what you're pressing here, Ben.
Which one is it?
I have no idea because there's loads. I'm going to that's it. Just remember to put them all back on, Ben. Keep going. Oh wow,
look how
gorgeous that looks.
Oh,
Isn't that beautiful? And again, doesn't that vellum just make that stand out that little bit more? And again, how beautiful that is. Go and put those lights back on. Anybody think? Put that big light on, Ben. Get it put back on. Anybody think we'd run out of electricity then?
Is that all of them?
That's all of them.
Is it? Good.
It is indeed. I saw the light shining in my glasses. I did. But
can I just say
that is the finale of the Peacock launch.
And that is the demo of the day. I love it. That's just brilliant, isn't it? And it rounds off how great this collection is. It is just amazing. And when you think of all of the demos that Debbie's done, Debbie's done those demos. It's just an incredible collection. Please do not miss out on this. Think about everything that you're going to get for £82 or $105. All those, the embossing folder, the 3D embossing folder, all the dies, all the stamps, the stamp and die set you've got in there as well. You've also got the 36-page paper pad with the vellums in there too. Let's just tell you again, the flourishing frame die, the proud peacock die. You've got your metal die peacock plumage. You've got that feathered corner die. You've got your pretty plumage stamps. You've got your proud as a peacock stamp and die set. The words of inspiration stamps. The regal peacock 3D embossing folder. You've got your plumage panel embossing folder. You've got your tape pen in there as well. Don't forget that comes with the collection as well. And as we said, that amazing paper pad, the 12x12 pad with 36 double-sided printed papers with the foiling flex on there. Plus you've got the 12 vellum sheets in there too, and a partridge and a pet. No, you don't get that. But seriously, what a deal this is. And that is why a huge amount of the stock has gone. Loads of you have gone for the collection. Almost 60% of the stock has gone, and actually I think pretty much as many people have added the paper pad, which we're showing you here as well, into their basket. It's such an absolute stunner. And by the way, the question I know, which was on everybody's lips at the start of the show, just how many paper pads did Christine Mahoney buy? Well, I can tell you, Christine has been in touch. Hello, just stopped in to say I bought 5 paper pads to go with the other 2 I have at home. So 7 pads. We said 11, we were close. 7 pads. But that people are buying these pads because they're so gorgeous. Make sure you get this. Please, please, please don't miss out. We love it so much, and we are so glad that you're loving it too. Stay tuned. We're going to be back in around about an hour's time. We've got something brand new to the channel, actually, Paper Dynamics. And if you love something a little bit fun, you're going to be rocking on with me and Debbie. Have a look at these coming later on.
So if you've enjoyed today's show, come back and join us at 4 p.m. because we've got the most amazing, I'm super excited about this. We've got an amazing collections from Paper Dynamics, and it's all about that for 2 hours solid. So go and have a cup and have a break and come back and join us later. I hope you've enjoyed what I've produced today. Let's hope we can have another little chin wag and a bit of fun later on too.
Hey, I tell you what, Debbie, brilliant as always. Hasn't Debbie been amazing today? Fantastic demos. We are going to go and have a cup of tea and probably a couple of biscuits, and we'll be back in around about an hour's time to rock on with some brilliant rockers and more from Paper Dynamics. We'll see you in just a little while.